Big yo, what up, how's it going? Just another impromptu stream here for the Fake Crew. It is called a Weird on a Wednesday. Yeah, you know what it is. Bit of visuals here. Don't want to get any strikes to start it off with for the audio, so we'll just keep it like this. Check out the visual. It's, I think from Burner Cookies founder. Ooh, nice. Oh, burn design. My G all the way from MLBZ. Oh yeah, got these new ones, bro. Actually, I should talk about this too. These come in Medcan, a bit of Medcan, and a bit of Canrix. They're not too bad. They're not too bad, I will say. Just go and shut my door. Oh, what I would do. No, what I would do. Well, this because I just wanted to get some fucking normal candles, but I couldn't find them. I asked the people to get some fancy. I just want a candle to keep this. So I can do the rope, the hemp rope. See how it goes. One much peace, everybody, you know. What do you say? Nice, bro. Which made can? Strawberry cake or African? I had the African kush, was amazing. Damn, eh? I didn't, yeah, I will be trying it. I got the SC1, the initial. I'll put the little, get rid of this one. Give it the old Uncle Burn. Thanks, Uncle Burn. Did a good job there, mate. Well, I'm wearing this shit because I went to the shop. Which just sleep is one, eh? Nice, bro. Do you like the Rocky? That's a good one. The look of this, to be honest, I was a bit like, jeez. But the flavor, smell, it's a little bit. I'm not really happy with these humidifiers packs too. They keep it kind of too moist for my liking. I don't like it. I can really tell the differences because I put some unhumidifier into the Solus. Even after one day, I open it up, it becomes spongy. I just don't like that. But for everybody, Medcan, Australia. It's called Strawberry Cake. You can check this out, man. It's not too bad. I mean, it's not too great either, though. Looking at it, it's like, yeah, it's all right. Nice smell of, how can you describe it? It's kind of like a flowery, garden, foresty type smell. Piney, I guess. Yeah, isn't that piney? What's up, brother? There you go. They said, yeah. I got I think like the only ones I've seen are 62. These suckers that come in the counter trick. So I mean, obviously cool for some. Maybe the size of the batch. If you have more, it'll probably be a bit better. There's only like 10 grams here, and they're putting it. I could put this up again. Nice. It's called the cake. Excuse my fingernails. I've been out in the garden doing some dirt. I just washed the head. I'll put the link there if I haven't already. Much appreciation, everybody coming through. Didn't really plan to do much, and we got this one here called Canrix Exodus, and I'm not sure if that's the one that it's been all hyped up on the Strain Hunters videos. When they go to Africa, they're talking about what's your favorite strain, Exodus. But this is very, very, very small nugs, a lot of it, and quite a bit of stem, to be honest. Like, good taste though. It's very nice. Oh, that smell too. It's good. It really reminds me of like a hippie, West End hippie. Yeah, bro, always, but it's no smoke straight away, G. I'll smoke some more for you, too. What's up, Tassie, my bro? How are you, G? But just like a lot of stem. Similar look, very similar look, dark green. Not really heaps of crystals over it. The stickies there, though. Stickiness is there. Good pistols. But to be honest, there is a lot of stem. Like, you know. So I know I took it, I just, like, this shit. Out of a couple of buds I just took this morning. Like, all this shit. And these were just sticking off the edge. There's nothing on that ripped off. Oh, sorry, Tazzy, I'll bring you up, bro. If you kind of come back, you can come back. But yeah, like, they're just the things I rip off the edge. But I'll bring you another picture of this Kenrick. So I'm pretty impressed with it, though. Like, the price point is lower than the other ones. But it's that spongy, moisty type feel is not my preference. The next one I would do would be Jerusalem flower. It's coming with some Rocky. The Rocky is my favorite for sure. And I got some also a compound oil. I don't know, she called it a compound, but I would prefer this Canatrix Sunstone CBD. Fucking really good. But I got this one, which just comes from Amcal Chemist. See Amcal? I haven't tried this one yet, but basically all CBD, 100 milligram. Because that's what I wanted. I didn't want any. Ooh, I haven't tried to open this one yet. Comes with a little plug. Be careful here. Maybe I'll try that later. I want to wreck it now. We'll try that later, but it's a good CBD oil. But yeah, strawberry cake and Exodus or Kenrick's floss, I think it's called. But small little nugs, but tasty. Bit of tasty. I'll put it back. Medcan only says I didn't double check the weight, but I was very surprised. The tub's big, and so there's only a quarter. I didn't realize that. I probably would have ordered a bigger tub. I wouldn't have made the quarter order. The quarter order, you know what I'm saying? But I'll just leave a little couple buds there. There you go. Very small buds. A lot of little small tiny nugs with a fair bit of stem. That's not one nug, that's 5, 6, 7 nugs. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. But anyway, it's enough of chit chatting about that. Let's get on to the Smiths. Alright, let's get into the Smiths. Hope everybody had a fucking good day. Had a good day, you know, as they say. I should get a grinder. That's got to be one thing. Or the whizzer. I should be outside using the fucking. Oi, what's up? Got a few people up in here now. Wombat, Smoke Screen, Ben Dizzo, Taz Dizzo, but he's gone. Tazzy, he can come back up. I know you had a question, bro. I know you had a question. I reckon Tazzy's gonna get his hash soon. Bubble hash. He'll come through with a. What do you call it? A review. Pretty impressed. Yeah, but I'm happy though. I'm happy with it. Price point's good. I don't think I'll be ordering it again. It is tasty. It is very like it's got good terpene, good taste. But it's I would have seen definitely like black market very similar or better. So I'll be going interested back in the Rocky for sure, and just I'll try a few different ones on the list, and then I'll just go with whatever I like. It's good to have the range there, though. I'm definitely not a fan of the Topaz at all. At all. It's not doesn't got a nice taste. It's very harsh. The strength is kind of there, but every cone and for other people that I've let try it, same thing. They're coughing their guts out, and it's not very enjoyable. You know, it's strong, but lung expansion's heavy, and it's a kind of it's very sharp taste on your lung. Whereas this one today is way more enjoyable. My taste is coming back. So, yeah. The volcano, they're both like SSA-less miasmas one, but unfortunately, had a bit of a, what's the word? I don't know, got into an incident, and so its lifespan has sort of kicked it and carked it. Or I think it kind of smashed it, like, it was in the car and it went around, so it's damaged. So I have to get another one. It'll probably work. Yeah, I don't know about that Gonicop to get off. I prefer just like, it does though, because the strong out of smoke, you're going to be like, oh shit, But something that's very smooth and, you can be inhale and exhale without feeling any pain or, wanting to cough, but you're still so stoned. But yeah, getting a bit of a collection, bro. Got Topaz, McCann, Solace, Solace, and there's a Rocky, but I don't know if I got the Rocky. Yeah. That's to find different ones so far. And the 3 oils. But whatever it is, fucking I reckon we can make just as good and even better. Tazzy was saying, oh, he's back, is it? Oh, it's the Hookster. Adelaide 420. What's up, brother? Bring on the smokescreen TV. Smokescreen TV. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. Here is the Hookster.
G'day, fellas. My battery's shit ass, so I figured instead of listening, I'll jump on. But battery's fucked. Gotta get a new phone, eh?
Okay. Not very good. It's coming up. Where's this thing? Yeah, thanks everybody. We've got a few people in the house now. They've chopped it around, staying around. Just doing the chop. Fucking hope everybody's good.
Yeah, bong on everyone.
Have a chill. And just had a good day there. Come back and relax, get some smoke down, relax on the vibes. Don't sit and watch the news and get hectic. What is all G? Do whatever you want. If you're out there in the garden and get into nature, and your boss is not fucking you around.
Still a bit warm here, right?
Yeah, it's getting there, but it's part of summer. It's fully though, eh? The sun is just extended out. There's not much cloud around yesterday or today. But I think from what the other fellas who were on the panel saying, they've got a week of 40. I feel for that. I prefer to be here, which is good. I think it's Meeker and Infinite. They've got like the next few days it's 40 plus.
Yeah, mate.
40 degrees.
Bush, mate.
40 degrees, but yeah. Who's the fucking light again?
My phone is fucked. Sorry, brother. bad connection on my phone these days. It gets fucking boiling hot. I'm waiting for it to explode in my hand, serious.
Yeah, it gets hot quickly, definitely. I actually did the same thing. It was so poor performance, things weren't working. So I changed it yesterday, but they didn't have a genuine one in stock. But it's all good.
Yeah.
Just changed the battery so it could be alright. The functionality is just, not good. Things don't start working. I was advised by the tech lady that I used to fix them all up. She's really nice. She used to give good advice, good deals. When I lived, that once it gets below 80%, you should consider changing it because the functionality will start, lacking.
Yeah.
But, nowadays, though, they've got it so you can't see that percentage anymore. You're just gonna have to gauge by the function, things loading up slowly and shit.
Yeah.
That's what she said. But I put in the new battery, and it's not genuine. And one annoying thing, it comes up with this constant message saying, "Settings cannot verify this is an authentic battery. We won't be able to tell you the health." So it's like, oh shit! She didn't tell me that that's going to be.
I can't change the battery on the newer phones. Like you can't change the battery. They just are what they are. And when they're fucked, they're fucked. So I guess you're lucky you even got that choice, really. So the batteries on these are screwed. Can't change them.
What sort of phone is that?
S21 something. One of their
Really?
Yeah. So, and it's fucked already. So I got it as soon as it came out. They're not that any special.
Checked into that you can you can't open them up.
No, mine's obliterated, smashed, front and back. Time for an upgrade.
Yeah. Oh my god. It's crazy, every they're made so that they, go out of design in 1 year, or they break within 5 years.
1 or 2 years max out of a phone.
Yeah. Fucking insane, man. That's crazy. I don't keep buying the new one every time. No way. When they used to come out, admittedly, like when the first phone came, iPhone 3 come out, I got them all the way up to 5. I was able to get them sort of on the black market, so to shit. Just, I wasn't paying $1,000. This paying $1,200, $1,000 every whatever when they come out just for the sake. Don't think it's worth it. And my nephew actually, he's 12, so his parents, he wanted a phone. So he wanted a 12 mini, but they said it was too expensive for him, so they got him an iPhone 7, I think. But actually they got him an X Max. That's right, iPhone XS Max. He's happy with that. 13 though. Oop. You're on the mute there, Bella.
When I give my kids phones, they get the same as ours. So my oldest daughter and my son, they've all got good phones. But there's no use giving them shit phones because they can't run any of the shit that they do these days. The games they play.
True. Yep.
You can download those games for Android, but not all Androids are strong enough to power them. Or store the whole phone's just stored with one game. You know what I mean? And one video. Just shit out. Annoying, should I say.
That's good. That'd be crazy. They're like, I want the new thing. It's good that they could share.
You can buy land now in the metaverse.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, mate, you can buy some digital land up in there, brother. You can hang out at the local tab spots. Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
You can see Snoop Dogg there in the metaverse.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
what I saw.
can do your prime real estate, brother. You buy cheap prime real estate now in the metaverse, where only you can hang out. See, the thing about the metaverse is you can be whoever you want, but you can't just hang out anywhere. You got to own the real estate. You know what I'm saying? You got to be permitted.
Yeah.
And there'll be literally a space for money to people to spend for.
I think
space.
It was like $430,000 that you Snoop Dogg's neighbor on his Snoop Dogg's metaverse space. It was on Joe Rogan, I saw.
Yeah.
His neighbor's little plot went for like nearly $500,000.
Yeah. So you start blowing up real estate now, metaverse real estate. That's where it's at, boys. Get into it. There's a tip for you.
We'll wait.
Metaverse.
You can buy it first.
I'll buy some in Adelaide, hey? I'll buy an entire of Adelaide for it's probably worth 20 cents at the moment.
Nah.
But no, just think about it that way though. And then you could sell that land. It's a real space, that they intend on profitizing on. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Anyways, my friend.
Thought of the thing.
I'll leave you with it. Fairgrow Australia. I'm going to log off. I'm going to share your channel out when I log off, just before my phone dies, eh?
Oh, cool.
So, you planning on sticking around?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. No worries. Just because otherwise I wouldn't.
Mate.
No worries, mate. Bong on, eh? I'm going to log off and share your link. Take care. My fam's home now. So. Holla.
Thanks, bro. What a champ. What a champion. Name's Hookstagram on Instagram. And Smoke Screen TV, if you don't already know. Pretty much the not the well, I guess I feel what he was doing, got introduced to this community, and was welcomed in. So I thought, hey, it's time for some Fair Grow channel. I'm just having some blueberries. Got the berries from Coles, They come from Coles. They're not as sour as I prefer. I like them, what do you call it? A little bit tart and sour. They taste good. Also, go back up to here. What can we watch? What can we watch? Okay, okay. That's funny. Oh, here we go. Go with this then, eh? Hope everybody's had dinner. You know what I'm saying? Because if you haven't, I'm gonna be pretty hungry in a sec. But yeah, I've ever, I just see this Burial TV, the mad from Cypress Hill, high and hungry. He's stuck up burgers and Glendale Tap. Hit the like. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Do it. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Hit the like button. Leave a comment. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Yo. Leave a comment. Yeah. Oh shit, what am I doing? What an idiot. I'm sorry, everyone. I'm getting excited and Forgot to fucking put the screen up and share it. You must have been going, what are you talking about?
You know, when you try to
So
go ahead
I
and have
better
like
go
that kind of
back
feel,
and give you an
you try to
idea
aim
of
for something.
what I was doing. You know? More like be real and shit. Yeah. It's my song called Hit the Like. Yeah. Uh-huh. Get it? Hit the like. Hit the share. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Hit the like. Hit the share. Hit the like. Leave a comment. Yeah. That was the song that I was doing. Oh, fucking better be good. Yeah.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Yep, I am here, and I look like I got a crystal ball letting you know what kind of future you got. But I do not talk like Miss Cleo. However, though, I'm here chilling in a beer cellar in the city of Glendale. And it's not just the city of Glendale. I didn't know that Glendale got down with the actual breweries. I'm in an area of Glendale I've never been in. And, you know, when you think about a hole in the wall type of dive bar feel, you know, when you try to go ahead and have like that kind of feel, you try to aim for something that is going to be low key. They're probably going to play achy, breaky hard. But nah, there's some modern day version of the shit. And I'm here chilling at the one and only Glendale Tap. I'm surrounded by nothing but aged beers, craft beers, different kinds of beers that have gone up in value, and probably some that are non-existent anymore. I'm not just here to let you know what's up with beer. I'm here to let you know that I'm here to get high, and I've been getting high. Might I add that this is the first episode that we've ever done in the nighttime, which is fucking kind of it's kind of cool to do it at the nighttime because we're actually focused on something for dinner time. But Glendale Tap is usually a venue that focuses, you know, on providing you, I guess, the right brews with the right pairing to the food. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a kitchen in house, so every time you come over here, you get something new. Today, we have the fucking pleasure of eating some of the world's best fucking burgers. I say world's best fucking burgers. To be specific, smash burgers. Listen, you could be really good at something. You could be fucking tremendous at something, killing it. And I was like, and as much as you could be good at it, you're not gonna beat the guy that's just as good, but he fucking beats you in passion. And you want to know why I bring that up? Is because that really fucking applies in the fucking kitchen. That applies in the cooking world. And the place that we're bringing you up in here is called Stuck Up Burgers. And some of you guys, if you guys go back to the time where I've been in the weed industry, you guys might remember Stuck Up Extracts. That's right. I'm gonna give it a minute. I'm gonna take a hit. You still thinking about it? Still thinking about it? You might want to go ahead and look at that hashtag. You know what I mean? You might want to look up that hashtag, Stuck Up Extracts. You know what I mean? You'll go ahead and, you know, you'll thank me later. But we're looking at the evolution of a business that has, pretty much found out where that passion was at. A lot of people don't know that Chef David, who was the guy who fucking created Stuck Up Burgers, who was the guy behind this vision, a lot of people don't know that he had a culinary degree for a long time. A lot of people didn't know that he had the right experience behind him. He had the right influence. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be a painter. I don't have the right fucking experience behind my family. They don't fucking know how to paint for shit. Doesn't mean I can't love it and I can't appreciate it. Again, I know about it, but it's different when you come from that family. You know what I'm saying? It's different when you come from that passion that comes from like a family passed down. Everybody here that's watching High Hungry, I guarantee, has ate fast food in their once or a million times in their fucking lives. If you're watching High Hungry, it's probably a million times. Everybody knows the legendary Big Mac. Everybody knows the legendary Big Western. Everybody knows the legendary chicken sandwich. Everybody knows the In-N-Out burger. All of these, with the exception of In-N-Out, have been looked upon as one of these fast food places that these burgers ain't good for you. Stuck Up Burgers has taken the actual recipe. It's like making a Krabby Patty come to life. You know what I mean? Something that has been, well, not the Krabby Patty. Maybe something, it's like making that Big Mac come to life. Something that people have sued because they got so fat. People have fucking died over being so fat. There's been movies exploiting how bad that burger is. But have you ever thought about it if you made it with the right ingredients? Like as you would a steak, as compared to eating a cheap steak? I need you guys to hit that thumbs up. I need you guys to subscribe. I need you guys to follow High Hungry TV. And first of all, I need you guys to roll to the joint, take another dab. Listen, I know it's unfortunate. You can't smoke in places that they ban alcohol. The great thing about Glendale Tap is when you come in here at night, nobody gives a fuck about the place next door. The place next door has a fucking 3 businesses that close down right now after 5 o'clock. So you go up in there and smoke all you want. And there's enough light for you to make stupid little videos like me. And you come back and showcase their videos. All right, man. So here's the thing, man. There's a legality thing when it comes to smoking and being an actual brewery. All right, that's the reason some of you guys can't smoke and we don't smoke the same podcast live. However, though, if you go ahead and park somewhere around the street and you go ahead and you go visit our friends at Glendale Tap, there's a little spot here after 5 o'clock. This fucking Koa CCTV or whatever it is. Dude, is this a Korean channel? COA CCTV, bro. This is probably channel 18, bro. You know channel 18 was. You know what I mean? They be fucking talking on that whatever they talk.
The fuck is this shit, bro? This guy, I don't know what this episode is. I just clicked it. Cybersteel Be Real TV is dope. This guy's one of his friends.
I gotta do the high part of it, and it's in between.
But this Dragon Man, what the fuck is he talking about? 6 minutes of this thing, he's not even talking about weed. Hasn't even got to the point of the movie yet. He's just talking fucking jack shit. I really don't know what the fuck this is about. It's pretty annoying to me. That's why I'm putting it on passport. What the fuck is he talking about? Where did you see these stuck-up burgers in Glendale Tap, bro?
Those are both things.
Fuck, I'll let him play
the
it.
same circumstances that I grew up at. You're growing up being told that these are the things that are gonna be really nice. And not that I'm trying to serve as the example, is like, hey man, chase these kind of dreams, but people ain't always right. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody's fucking in there. Nobody's watching this shit. I just went from 5 down to 1 because this fucking idiot's like talking shit about his fucking life, and it's just, you know. Exactly. He's talking to the camera. What the fuck is this, your blog, bro? I think this is his diary.
You know what I mean? He's just in the studio. He has his own stuff. Salute to
It's not got nothing to do with the fucking stuck-up burgers or anything. It's just him talking shit, lighting the joint in the backyard because he can't do it anywhere else. It's fucking annoying, bro. Shut the fuck up. Hang
I
up.
feel like I got a fucking push-ups. Let's see how many push-ups you can do.
I got this. Whatever. I can't handle this shit. My god, bro. What the fuck is this? This is probably the worst. I shouldn't get upset, but. Fuck, bro. Who wants to see this shit? Who wants to see this guy cough his lungs out? We clicked on the high and hungry. High and hungry. That's it. Okay. That's all it is. He's high and hungry.
CCTV. I don't know what they are, but
what the fuck are you doing, bro? I would have thought this.
This is a cool little area.
I'll play the smoke box, bro.
This
This is fucking bullshit. This is fucking stupid. Fucking idiot. That really pissed me off.
San Francisco, I love you.
What the fuck is that about? Fucking hell.
Well, I started off a hustler, end up smoking weed in my lungs, so I never kept choking. I was kind of red blood shot from the contact.
This one. Yeah, you know. This is the main man, Be Real. And he does some fucking smoking, you know. We'll go with this with the motherfucker. And actually, we're in the smoke. We're in the smoke, so we should be talking about the smoke. Go to this one then.
Welcome to the smoke box. Welcome to the smoke box.
But yeah, you couldn't keep it up. When it first started happening, I thought it was me.
Welcome to the smoke box. Welcome to the smoke box.
What's cracking? This is Dr. Green Thumb, aka Be Real for Be Real TV. We got a return visit to the smoke box, the legendary Snoop Doggy Dogg.
The world is all about online fucking.
Man is busy. Been busy for 25 years, you know what I'm saying, with his illustrious hip-hop career. Many hits to catalog down the line, and many more coming at that. You also might know him from several TV shows that he's done throughout his career. Most recently, Potluck with Martha Stewart. The man found the time to jump back in the box with us. Let's go.
Yeah, man. The smoke box.
You know how long motherfuckers been asking for you to come back over here?
Whew, I'm back.
I get it every other week.
No, take all that scheduling shit be taking forever when you go to management.
Oh no, see, and that's why I ain't asked you. I caught you at a good time.
Like, man, what's happening? I can come tomorrow.
I caught you at a good time.
I know how you shoot. Your shit is up and running right now. I pull up. I thought I was going to have to run across the racetrack, so I was ready to
Here we are. We
ready to play Frogger again. You know what I'm saying?
We had to get out of that spot. That was
what an upgrade. From Frogger to this is a wonderful upgrade.
Yeah. Hey, welcome back to the smoke box.
Thank you for having me back. I mean, I love being in the passenger seat. I love riding shotgun. You know what I'm saying?
I got to tell you, yes, there's 4 of us in the box. We got, E-Zone back there.
I see him back there.
We got DJ Nels, and of course, the legendary Snoop Dogg, my homie, is Eastside right here.
Believe that.
You know what I'm saying? We've always had a strong connection like that.
Eastside
you know what I'm saying?
Man,
hey, I got to tell you, man, you be doing key shit to motivate people to stay working if they want to be on top of their game. I mean, like, did you see, when you came into the game, did you expect that all the opportunities that have come to you, like being on TV with Martha Stewart, no less? I mean, come on, it's
Hell no, B. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I just thought it was gonna just be a beautiful rap career, and have all the rap accolades that come with it, and
which it's been.
Yeah, nothing more. I was, expecting that to be my high, not to know that I would create a football league, be on television, be an entrepreneur, a businessman, a role model, a father, a husband, a coach, all of the above. So it comes with the job. I guess it comes with the territory. So I never ran away from the job that I was, given. I knew and understood it when it came to me, when I was given the position of being a leader, to take on that position and that responsibility. I didn't run from it. I ran head on to it and learned how to do it and figured it out. And that just goes to show that you can do anything you want to do in this life.
Hey, Doug, what's up, bro? Please thanks for coming through, man.
Dr. Dre,
just like
in the background, riding shotgun like I'm riding with you right now, to actually driving a car and putting other people in the car, setting them off and giving them their own lane.
Hey, and that's real shit, because you took it from that rap shit and just spread across every lane possible, but with a great look on each one of them. You know what I mean? You ain't never had a bad look on none of that shit, really. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? Because everything I do got to be fun. I'm not money motivated. I'm spirit motivated. So first of all, the project or whatever I'm doing got to be fun. It got to feel good to me. Because if it feels good to you, it must be good for you. So for that reason, I think that most of the things that I've done have been, pretty much eye in the people's eyes, because it's been fun. It's been me having fun. And people love to see when you're able to have fun, you know what I'm saying? Especially in the game that we come from. They're not used to seeing us smiling and appreciating life and living and growing older. So I'm loving it. I'm taking it on head on.
Hell yeah. Like, I mean, you always set up all your moves. Like, what's the next shit for you? Because I know you always got some next shit. I mean, you always got some new music about to pop. So I know you got that shit on deck. But what are you gonna surprise us with in the future? You know what I'm saying?
The future, I'm gonna surprise y'all with a couple of TV ventures, and I'm speaking with a couple of people about the Snoop Dogg life story, because I feel like it's gonna be time to tell that story in a minute, and I just want to make sure that it's thoroughly put together by the right people who can tell my story properly, thoroughly, and make sure that it's it's relevant to who I am and what I am.
Hell yeah.
Movie or documentary or TV series?
Maybe like Narcos, something like that, where it's a series. Yeah, where it's a series where it can be like 7 seasons long, because I couldn't get all this shit in one movie, man. It's too much to try to bottle and put in one movie, because then you'd want to see a part 2, part 3. So it may make more sense to just be a series, and that way it lives on the series.
Think about how long it has to be, though, because your career has spanned over 2 decades.
True.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of story to tell from beginning to end. From beginning, middle to now.
Yeah, even before I was here with my father. My father's a Vietnam vet, Purple Heart. So that's 68, 69. I'm born in 71. So realistically, I wasn't even supposed to be here, because the life expectancy for a black male in Vietnam was 16.2 seconds.
Yeah, they were frontlining.
16.2 seconds, my nigga.
Yeah.
That's how long they was expected to live. Because first of all, they put all the niggas in the front line. Y'all get on out there first. So we running in the mines and getting shot
like
first.
Everything.
Don't know what's happening. But then once the Vietnamese started to see who we was, they was like, hold on. Let me holler at y'all. Nigga, y'all fighting a war that ain't even y'all's. That's why Ali didn't go.
A lot of people.
You dig?
Yeah.
So this is the shit I go through before I'm even born. So imagine that being seen on screen before you even get to see Snoop Dogg pop out.
Yeah.
That's a series, Dad. You know what I'm saying?
That's coming. That's coming.
Right.
I'm gonna watch it.
Coming soon.
Hey, you mentioned Narcos. Like, what do you watch when you're high, man? Like, is that you watching Narcos too?
I'm watching Narcos. El Chapo is the shit too. I can't even front. I fell in love with that shit.
That was a good one. You watched the
fuck.
second
Hell
season?
yeah. Hell yeah.
I gotta get on it. I've been watching.
That shit hard as fuck. El Chapo the shit.
I've been watching the other Pablo one, the one that's in Spanish. It's called Patron del Mal.
I seen all them motherfuckers. They can't fuck with El Chapo.
Yeah,
El Chapo is Narcos is the shit, but then El Chapo gave it a run for the money, because I like his story. I didn't know he was that vicious. I just thought he was just, break out of jail because they don't give us the whole rundown.
No.
This nigga was cold,
He was
nigga.
cold-blooded, yeah.
Get them all together. Let me have a meeting with y'all. Check it out.
Yeah.
That's what we gonna do. You understand me?
Hell yeah.
So who's the boss? Nigga, I'm the boss. El Jefe.
I'm the one.
El Jefe. I like that. I took
Hey.
that from him. I'm the new El Jefe.
Hell yeah. Hey, you used to hold these Madden tournaments.
I still do.
I know you still do. Who's been your biggest competition? Like the motherfucker you love to play because you know it's gonna be a game.
That motherfucker game.
Game got a
The
game.
game is the shit.
Really?
He ranked in the nation. And
Really?
then YG just got on my radar. He just started putting hands on me. And I like that because I like when a young nigga put hands on me because it teach me how to get right. But you know what I'm saying? Then it's a nigga named Dan Rule. It's a nigga named Dan Rule. This nigga be dancing. Nigga named Dan Rule. That nigga's untouchable in that game. So what I do is I be having tournaments. I may put up like 5,000. Whoever win, get it. You know, and they ain't got to put up nothing. Just because for the spirit of the game and just to keep motherfuckers.
Who have you spanked in that game consistently?
Oh, wait.
Like they keep trying to get at you but never can.
That's a lot of niggas.
There's a lot of motherfuckers.
You make
but-
motherfuckers quit though. You call them out on your
I
IG.
don't even want to say their name. They know who the fuck they is.
You know
It's
who
too
the
many.
fuck
It's
you
too,
are.
it's too many of you niggas to name. Let me line y'all heads up, nigga. I line y'all heads up like this.
No, I remember this. I remember when they had the hip hop gaming
Oh,
league.
nigga, we was in that shit
We was in that
heavy.
shit heavy.
Because we had to be
And
on
you
the
was-
road and playing. I was the commissioner.
Yeah.
Come on, V. You was even in that shit.
Yeah.
Quit playing.
Eric V had a good game.
He was the shit.
He was good.
He the one that won it all.
Yeah.
One of the Baker
Yeah,
boys.
he did one.
He's the shit.
Yeah.
He
Came
still
front.
plays too.
He was the shit. Now, that was a motherfucker that's been my nemesis, like, since I've been in the game.
We've never played.
Me and you?
Yeah, we've never played.
Oh.
I never played. I stopped playing a long time ago. So, you know,
Well, me
I
and Method
probably wouldn't even be a good
Man
match.
crew, we have a misunderstanding by way of me kicking so much ass. I don't like getting misunderstandings with niggas. They be looking at me different when I walk in. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga beat everybody nigga in our crew ass, man. Don't mention Madden around here.
It's your game is legendary though. I gotta say, you know, because I used to be a big gamer in like NBA Live and the other
Come
shit,
on, dog.
and Madden and some of the other shit. We play like online, and we even did SOCOM. Some of our
That was
crew
the
needs
shit.
to do
Yes.
SOCOM. Remember that shit?
The shooting game.
Yeah, but we
The video
always
games united us though, right?
yeah, we always heard how notorious though you were on your Madden game. So
I'll go.
I heard about so many motherfuckers that came up short.
Hey, I give him a
No.
credit for trying though. You know, you got to at least try to be the best.
Hey,
In order to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Hell yeah.
I gotta ask you.
That's
since
like
we're
the
on
first
top
time
of
I've ever heard
football,
Snoop
I
cough,
bring this
but
up, big dog.
that's fucking crazy.
You know, the Steelers.
Yeah, you see, I got my black and gold on
I
it, man. I'm
see
still
you.
Still
representing.
represent.
I
back.
see you. You're a big Steelers
Always
fan.
do.
Running that back for a
Well,
second.
you know, what do you think the future is like for the Steelers? They got rid of Haley. You know,
Beautiful job. And gold on
I
it, man. I'm
see
still
you.
Still
representing.
represent.
I see you. You're a big Steelers
Always
fan.
do.
Well, you know, but you know, the Steelers.
Yeah, you see, I got my black and gold on
I
it, man. I'm
see
still
you.
representing.
Hang on a minute. Fuck.
And like NBA Live and the
It
other
was a big
shit.
moment for me.
And
I've never
Madden
seen it.
and some of the other
It's really
shit. I,
cool.
we
But
we
that-
play
that's
like
it.
online, and we even did SOCOM. Some of our
That was
crew
the
needs
shit.
to do
Yes.
SOCOM. Remember that shit?
The shooting game.
Yeah, but we
The video
always
games united us though, right?
yeah, we always heard how notorious though you were on your Madden game. So
I'll go.
I heard about so many motherfuckers that came up short.
Hey, I give him a
No.
credit for trying though. You know, you got to at least try to be the
I
best.
think it's called
In order
the
to be the
Smoke
best, you
Box.
gotta beat
It's
the
on
best.
Hell yeah.
Big
I gotta
Real
ask you,
TVs and
since
stuff.
we're on the top of football, I
Mhm.
hate
I've
to
never
bring this
seen
up,
them do the
but,
green screen though
but,
with the
you know,
car.
The Steelers.
Yeah, you see, I got my
In the
black and
movie.
gold on
I
it, man. I'm
see
still
you.
Still
representing.
represent.
I see you. You're a big Steelers
Always
fan.
do.
Well, you know, what do you think the future is like for the Steelers? They got rid of Haley. You know,
Beautiful job.
beautiful job.
Beautiful job, huh?
Get rid of that motherfucker. We need an offensive coordinator that can handle all of the shit we got. We got some weapons, right? When you got these kind of weapons, if you get these weapons to Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, or motherfucking what's that nigga? Drew Brees,
They're winning chips.
back to back, based on just the offense. So I'm saying this, and Ben Roethlisberger's a bad motherfucker.
Yeah. he is.
Because not calling the right shit for him. He in his way. Like Brady be arguing with his offensive coordinator too. That's why he finna go get a job somewhere else.
Yeah.
That'd be the problem, that the offensive coordinator get in the way sometimes. Sometimes when you got a veteran, if a nigga been in the league that long, He know more than you, coach. All you can do is try to help him. You
Yeah.
shouldn't tell him what to do.
Let him
You
do
should
it.
just try to help him.
Absolutely.
Because when you tell a motherfucker what to do when they've been in the game for a long time, it kind of rub them the wrong way. Motherfucker tell me what to do if he got more experience, or more knowledge, or more information. But if you don't, if you're a rookie or you just like, nigga, you can't really tell me what to do. Cuz get out the way and help me.
Always, brother. Thanks, Brendan.
Who's your pick
Always,
for the
man.
Super Bowl? I gotta
Really
get that.
appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, yeah, who you got?
Well, the
Help
Eagles
him
just
shit up,
offered me some money
Yeah.
to perform at their little Friday party, but I can't do it because I got some other shit going on for my football league. So, and the Patriots always give me money when they win the Super Bowl. So
Yeah, it's hard to go against the Pats. You know what I'm
man,
saying?
Captain America, man,
Yeah,
that motherfucker's unbelievable,
he's
man.
the GOAT right now.
That motherfucker's the Michael Jordan of football. Nigga.
Exactly.
Really is.
A lot of people been saying that lately.
He is, man.
And,
Shit.
and let me ask you this: if you had a chance, if they came to Snoop Dogg and said, "Hey, you know, we want you to buy into this team," would you get into football like that? I mean, because you got a love for it, obviously.
I do, but I don't believe I would be good as an owner on that side of the game because it's too political. It's too ran by
Right.
people who have a different mind state, and my mind state clash with their motherfucking asses off the top.
True that.
So I just feel like I like what Vince McMahon is doing by creating the XFL.
XFL.
He putting something else back in the air. That's like, okay, I got an answer for this shit. We're gonna do it right this time. We're gonna make sure this is gonna be the answer to whatever they not doing. We're gonna allow you niggas to do over here, so that way this will be a backup plan for that. Because right now, if you don't make the NFL, you don't make nothing. It ain't like you can,
Right.
like, you know, as a rapper, if you don't get no record deal, put out a mixtape.
Yeah.
Go to YouTube. We got different avenues. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
The NFL is either the NFL or the CFL.
Yeah.
Who gonna go to Canada to play?
Exactly.
Where the field is long that way and short this way. Be tired of the motherfucker running, just getting in the huddle. Niggas say, nigga, fuck the huddle, man. Call it no huddle. We just going straight to the line.
So would you have a team in the XFL?
Hell yeah.
That would be crazy.
Hell yeah.
Because they don't have an LA team.
Nah, Vince McMahon, what's happening? I'll at me.
Vince McMahon, what's happening?
Yeah, for real though, get at us.
Call at the dog, man.
We'll make it right.
Get yourself an LA team.
The LA Smokers. That'd be hard.
Ooh.
That'd be
You
hard.
like what Q did with the
I
big
love
three?
what he did. That shit is so dope for NBA players that come to the end and really don't know how to transition. That's a great transition for them.
Yeah.
And they get some of that dough money, and they get some of that show money, and that flow money. Cube is spreading that shit evenly. He ain't being greedy. He ain't saying all this money is mine. No, this is the money where the league gets the money. The players, the MVP get a bonus. The player of the year get a bonus. Coach of the year get a bonus.
Yeah.
Like they playing for money. That's what makes it interesting. You know what I'm saying? When motherfucker got an incentive that he could say, well, all these people in the venue tonight in the NBA, you ain't getting none of that extra money.
Yeah.
You got what you got.
And he got love for the game.
Thank
He's
you.
a big basketball
And the
fan.
players.
And the players. Yeah.
And the players, some of them are like retired, they're older. That teams in the NBA won't give them a chance anymore.
Or either they did their thing in the NBA and this is the appropriate shit for them 3-on-3 half court instead of they don't have the legs to run up and down. And it's just fun to watch. And you right on the floor with them. I went to a couple of games. That shit was exciting, motherfucker. It was off the hook. Actually, it was,
The
it was
XFL
fun.
games?
No, the big three.
The big three, that's right. Yeah.
I
That's
went to that shit in a 4-point shot. That shit is hard as fuck. It looked like everybody can make it. I shot them up for like 75 times and made it twice.
Did you trip when he shut down Terrell Owens trying to get in there? Because Terrell Owens can play ball. I think he sent the letter
But he was supposed to because
that
if
he wanted to get in.
Because if he allows that, then his league is not big three retired NBA players. It's big three retired anybody
It's
players.
got to be consistent.
Yeah, and it's a brand he's trying to build.
I think
That's
it
what
was
he doing.
better that he kept it pure like that too, because then anybody could get in, and then it kind of
It waters it
that shit
down. We don't
yeah.
want that.
Yeah, you
Not where
can't.
we come from. We come from hip hop. They give us a position. We never gonna water it down.
Kings of the West Coast.
Man, please.
I want to ask. I know a lot of people, was excited about that.
Shout out to the promoters, Bobby and Jimmy, and man, they did that. God, I was fly shit.
You had a dope set. You had a dope set. That shit was awesome. Like just the way that the set looked was amazing. You know what I'm saying? The low lows on the side, the
Yeah.
whole shit. It was popping.
But the promoters, they got it. They understood. B. That's
Yeah.
why I gave them a shout out because a lot of times promoters don't get it. They just give us the money and get out the way. But these promoters was like, damn, it's some good weed. These promoters was like, we want to help set up the environment for how it look, how it sound, and what the customer is getting.
Yeah.
So they had a lot of thought, you know, in the
They
process.
They did it right.
They did. They really was fans of the shit. That's why it came off like that, to where it looked so motherfucking dope.
People been asking for it again, right?
We should take it globally.
Oh,
it ain't just a West Coast show. That's what I keep telling Q, man. I'm saying that to you.
No,
So big Google.
The world wants to see that shit.
Oh yeah, easily.
It's funny because
The West Coast, if we so influential, if they seen the Kings bring that shit around, it's only gonna help the young homies out. 'Cause the young homies doing their thing.
You already know we gonna do this.
Well, you know I'm in.
we gotta get Cube in the box and
Get
talk
Cube
to
in the
him.
motherfucking box. I get in the back
box.
seat. He can sit right here. I get in the back.
Yeah, or you two could sit up front. I'll get in the back.
No, it's your shit, dog. Come on, now. I like being in the back seat. I started off on G thing in the back.
Oh, that's what's up,
Let me get back to my roots, dog. Come
I
on
know
now.
you got some music you want to pop off right here, and this is the first in the box. But it had to be done by Snoop Dogg.
Come on, man. I want to play some exclusive shit.
All right, we're gonna turn up
A little bit
off this
sunshine.
new EP I'm dropping on too.
I don't know everything they're talking about, but some of the little things can make a little sense of. But the people of the football know. Look, to be continued, so wait for a bit of intermission. I'll look for it.
Fly with the heighten. All your senses is senseless, persistent, relentless. Welcome to the smoke box. Light it up. Welcome to the smoke box. Light it up.
Come on now.
All right, much peace, bro. Thanks to everybody coming through. Really appreciate it. There's a few people in the house.
Come on, man. I
Just
want
checking
to
out the Smoke Box with Be Real, Dr. Green Smoke,
off this new EP I'm dropping on
Snoop
220,
DOG.
man.
What's this joint called?
It's called 220. It's me and Goldie Low. I went and found my low Goldie.
All right, y'all hear it right here. It's gonna hit right here.
It's the making of it right here. Tell him what I want it to sound like. You know, you gotta tell the producer what you want it to sound like.
That's right.
Then he said,
220 on the road is a toast to my folks. It's a holiday trip. I'm fuck with my locs. Get dressed so fresh, big ass on my chest. Now I'm very work. Yo, still a shot. 501s with Stacy Adams chips. And yo, roll for the Long Beach 20 clips. Who in this? Who in this? You in this? We in this bitch. What's the damn homeboys seeing this shit? Neither none of that's 20 minutes or less. It's a seat walk contest. Who do it the best? Right to sit with your feet, skip along to the beat.
Bang got your strike.
Top of the hill though.
But we just bobbing the head. Bobbing the head, yeah.
And all y'all know, so if you're with it, let's
Yeah,
get it.
double just here in the motherfucking city, getting on the movie.
We rollin'.
You trying to be on, but you can come up and smoke if you're on, man. Anybody's like, welcome. Apart from those bots, if you've got like a moderator thing, if you could put those people in timeout, I'd appreciate it. Fuck, hell yeah, we're playing the song.
"See, I'm a dub. Me and my niggas, we rolling."
Articulate to them exactly what you want, and
Come on, man.
they come up with some different shit that ain't exactly what you wanted.
Or
but
they put their shit on it when you don't ask for it.
yeah, it's like too much.
Yeah, leave it alone, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Let it breathe.
Mm.
Let it breathe.
That's that 220 EP to bet on 220, man. I'm just, throwing rocks in the pond, man. Just, you know what I'm saying?
That's
what
what's
I do.
up. What are you playing for 420 this year?
Shit, probably Colorado.
Colorado. What you think of the beat out there in comparison to here in Cali?
No competition.
None, right?
None.
Sorry.
Amsterdam, no competition.
Sorry.
No competition. We the best. From the Bay to LA, we the motherfucking best.
It's crazy though.
You heard it from him now, not just me. So you don't think.
And I ain't biased. I've been around the world. I tried everybody's shit out. When Amsterdam was the shit, I was giving it love. Then I came back home and was like, hold on, that's overrated. Yeah, I'm not getting high.
Yeah.
It was a few spots that had some LA shit,
Right.
but then it was like it was LA shit.
Snoop can,
It wasn't like
come
y'all
try
shit.
that
It ain't
Aussie
like y'all had
medical.
weed called LA Confidential. Y'all had shit called Kush. Y'all had shit named after us that was us. So y'all never had that Amsterdam Blue or Amsterdam Green or there was never nothing named after them.
He's preaching right here. You know it. That's
But
real shit right here.
I did go to the Afghanistan mountains and taste some shit. That was bomb.
Out there, huh?
In
Yes,
Afghanistan?
Yes.
Damn.
All
All
right.
right.
Now watch this. I went to a place called Phuket, Thailand, and smoked the best fucking Buddha Thai I ever smoked in my life.
High weed, huh?
Buddha.
I mean, we
On
ain't
a
seen that
stick.
shit over here.
B, and it broke up so motherfucking brilliant. And I had snuck some Endo over there, so I made a motherfucking ET with Endo and Thai together.
Oh, you had the old school.
Oh, heaven.
You heard the ET for sure.
Oh my God, I was over there doing some reggae shit too. I was over there. I said, nigga, y'all just don't know what this Thai, nigga. Y'all.
Yeah, that's that old school shit.
Afghanistan.
You don't see it here.
Damn.
I've been around the world and
Ay, 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 ay.
That's fucking crazy.
Word up, man.
Man, ain't music took you so far, be real? Where would you be without music? It took you to countries you never thought you'd go to.
Never thought I'd be, man. And, 26 years later, nonetheless, doing it.
Still doing it.
Would have asked me, I would have said, hell no, you tripping.
Man, you taught motherfuckers how to speak English, man. I know motherfuckers tell you that in certain countries you go to. Motherfuckers
Yes.
like, I learned how to speak English listening to your music.
It's a trip when you go other places that are, it's another language and they know your shit and they can say it word for word.
But don't speak English.
Don't speak English. That's
That's what I'm saying. So you taught them, broken English.
broken ass English. They could decipher some things in there.
Gangsta boy, you a teacher, philosopher.
So are you, man. Come on.
And just for the culture, as a fan of the culture for the last 35 years of my life, we definitely need a Snoop Dogg, Be Real collaboration of some sort of EP.
We've been talking about
We've
stuff.
been trying to involve other people.
Yeah.
That's what the holdup has been. It's never just been me and B, because me and B always make it happen. It's
Make it
always
happen real quick.
We team players. We always think about the whole culture. So we either try to involve other people to make it stronger, or we involve somebody else to try to give it a full range. But it could be done with just me and him.
Yeah.
Well, we always ain't that the problem.
We
We
gon-
always involve somebody
We're
else.
going to have to try it out.
Put it out.
Let's go. I ain't tripping.
Easy done.
Then maybe
Okay,
whoever we've been
man.
trying to
I
approach,
feel
they'll
very
come
good.
in.
They'll come on. Yeah, that usually happens.
Because
Seeing
of this
is
fucking
believing.
border.
I don't believe what I hear. I need to see.
Seeing is believing. Because I seen it happen.
Get on the plane.
We
get on
talked
the car,
about something,
Get in
and
the
then
car.
we said, I think if we just did this, it would all fall into place, and
It
boom,
happened.
it actually happened. So I think you're right. I think if we just start,
For us.
yeah,
Because we too accessible. We got our own situations. We don't have no middleman. We know how to shoot. We know how to
Oh,
make it
yeah.
work. We got
Get
studio.
some money.
You know what I'm
The
saying?
main man money.
people like that.
Now,
Hey man, I want to thank
Yeah,
you for
man.
taking the time to jump in the box with us. You know what I'm saying? It's always special. You still hold the highest honor of the biggest box to date. In terms
so that
of
means that the album that me and you do got to be called The Box.
the box.
Which would sonically where it feels like we riding in the car the whole album.
Oh, I'm with you. Let's do that.
Motherfuckers feel like they in there with us and they hear the sound of like us adjusting the music and in the back rolling the blunt, us pulling up to the gas station, us going to the liquor store, just the whole experience
The
of
whole
us
shit is
being
a ride.
in the car, in the box.
You heard it right here.
That's the motherfucking album.
That's
10 songs.
let's go.
You hear me?
That's easy. We
That's
do.
beautiful.
Right?
I'll go to the Enterprise and we'll
That's
do
for the
all
culture,
that shit.
right?
Absolutely.
I'll go to the Enterprise.
Yeah,
and
because
we'll
we
do
can
all
get that,
shit.
we can get that surround sound
Right
where
there.
they feel like niggas is like how they was on Minister Society when they was riding in the car. They was like, nigga, they just killed your cousin.
Yeah.
Al Green was in the background, nigga.
shit.
That shit was so gangster.
That was
They
gangster.
Because you didn't hear what was going on outside of the car. You only
It
heard
was all what was
they
going on.
captured the sonic sound of this shit in here where it's like, nigga,
That's real shit.
that's what we do.
We could do that.
Then we had guest rappers.
Pull this up. Hey, how are you, Bunty?
Not too bad for yourself. Oh, get
Doing
this into
alright.
work.
Yeah, just chilling. Are you more than welcome to come up, Sunshine, too? What did you say there, Mont? I missed it. You're just about to
Oh,
what?
earbuds aren't working. So
Oh, you can't hear
yeah.
it proper. I can hear you. You sound clear.
Now I can.
Oh. I'll just finish this off. I guess there's only 10 minutes, so we keep going up to that. But good to see you. Thanks for coming up, brother.
Whenever they guess, they got to be like a guess, like they really like got
Like
into
we
the
picked
box.
him up.
Yes,
Yeah.
nigga, yes.
And then we let him out.
Yes. He has to have a pickup and a destination.
Yeah.
Scripted.
I'm with you right there. Damn.
Scripted.
Right here. I mean, y'all are gonna see it unfold.
Look, Mom, no hands.
Yeah, y'all are gonna see it
We
unfold.
driving with no motherfucking hands.
No hands.
You're free willing. You get you.
You know what
Now,
I'm saying? I put it in God's hands.
now,
you know what
let
I'm
it
saying?
go. Free willing.
Once again, man, thank you. And
Hey, this is my pleasure, man. I hate that we have to stop. Because, you know, I'm the type of motherfucker that we can do 2 shows in one. You can cut this motherfucker up.
He did do He's saying kind of cut down to 10 minutes to go.
Oh, hell yeah, because the next time we jump in here, we're going to be talking about the shit we just talked about. We're going to have it.
Yeah, because it's going to come to life.
It's going to come to life.
We play one of the songs off that motherfucker right now.
We spoke it into existence, you know what I'm saying?
That should be that'd be a killer project.
No, we're going to do it.
Sonically like that.
For the
Nobody
tiniest
like
little
that.
bit of
Most
time.
motherfuckers listen to their music in the car, so you get that experience.
You got what?
Now you catering to them. Motherfuckers
Oh, my
listen to
earbud.
music.
Buds up.
I'm gonna listen
Where
to
I'm talking. There you go.
Yep. Hell yeah.
Oh, they're going in and out of the sound.
Yeah.
Working sometimes and then, yeah, fuck.
Short.
Yeah. 30 minutes.
Are they the ones that you usually use?
Boom.
3 minutes
It's like
apiece.
yeah, it's like about 45, 50
Acting
minutes.
dialogue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody done that one.
No, hell no.
I fucking lost one of mine, dude. Like,
Look, y'all better not steal game.
Yeah, you're
days
saying
ago,
looking at the
yeah.
bus stop, man. I'd be devoted about that.
Yeah.
That's what I was told.
Put it on the test
you
run.
let a
Oh, yeah,
motherfucker do what they
mate.
do. So
I
you
fucking just try not to let it get to
Run
me.
with it.
And
Go make
fucking,
it.
luckily, I
Almost
got
like you
another
did it.
pair.
And we go,
Thank you.
But I'm going to go
we
buy a
get inspired
replacement
by
one
yours.
tomorrow.
Word
Fucking
up, man.
it's too expensive. It's like,
Hey, you still,
but anyway,
when's,
so I can't put
how
it.
consistent are you doing GGM?
They're really
right now?
good.
I do like maybe 4 or 5 episodes.
Yep.
They last 1.5. So when a guest comes, it'll be like 4 guests coming at one time. So it's 4 shows in one day.
Come on,
Make sure it's
Snoopy.
4 shows a month.
Snoopy. They're not talking. They're just talking about the music now.
Minutes before they turn off. Say, give me 15 minutes.
Oh my God. See?
Changing the system.
Cut it
He's
off.
giving people a shot. And
It's all good. Fucking yeah. So what's going on in the region of Victoria? Just chilling.
Oh, not much there.
Good day. Quiet day is a good day.
It's stinking hot. Right? It's boiling hot here at the moment.
Fine.
Yep.
Oh, are you
Sorry.
hitting the 40 plus? Mika, Steve, and Infinite will say they've got 3-4 days of 40 plus weather.
I know it's 39 or something like that, but I'm not sure about 40, so I haven't seen. It's high. It's mid-30s to high.
Fuck, that's not good. And you got about a week's worth of it, is it? Next couple of days at least.
We had some rain last night. That's the weird thing. We had rain last night, and then it's really sunny today. Yeah.
That's good. I love it when that happens. It's really hot during the day, but then it just cools it down at night, and like these clouds come and just. I like that because it gets so hot. Probably depends where you have to be in the geographic position too. But yeah, it hasn't been raining too much here. It's been very hot sun, so I had to put a fair bit of water. I'm really thinking I should put a lot more. You know, I tend to put about 4 or 5 liters, but then also I think maybe in the sense, a lot of times I kind of just dump the bottle, but directly onto the root. But then I think I should just do it really slowly. You know, it's just drip it on, so it's direct contact of 2 liters, but it takes about 5 minutes for it to finish. So, Monty had to come in and out.
Yeah,
good.
Dropped in and out, mate.
All right.
For a minute now. Are you watering just, you're not On sunny days, you don't water directly onto your leaves too much, do you? In the middle of the day or anything like that. Apparently, the water molecules can act like magnifying glasses and sunburn.
Yeah. Oh, I never put it directly on the leaf. I'm always like directly onto the base of the root. Always
Yeah.
just stick the bottle straight there.
If I'm feeding, if I've got feed in the water, mixed up in the water, I'll definitely always put it down to the base. But if it's late afternoons, I don't mind wetting them a little bit because it's late afternoon, like a thunderstorm come over and stuff.
Yeah.
But in
Yeah,
flooding time, I definitely don't wet fucking vegetation, that's for sure. Don't
Oh,
wet
that
the
would
bud.
be risking mold and shit too. But
Yeah,
made me
definitely.
think. But then this, I got a little. I'll show you here that plant mix I showed you. Just from my borders from Bunnings, I think, or even not even Bunnings. I think. Probably not even Bunnings. Probably the $2 shop. This stuff here. I'm just because I'm really interested in just putting something there to help it go through. So I don't know what the fuck it is, but
Please do. Yep.
It says that you can put it on the leaf too. You mix it up with the water, and you can put
Yep.
it on the leaf and the root.
Bit of veg feed, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't read too much into the fine print on those bottles, but I'm pretty sure what I did read, it wasn't not anything to worry about. There was no.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty organic.
Typical analysis. Yeah, it smells it. By the smell, it smells nice. It smells not too strong, but it's got a good you can smell the fish and
you can smell the fish, yeah.
manure and shit.
Yeah.
It says
That's cool.
nitrogen. Typical analysis: nitrogen 1.4%, phosphorus 0.03, potassium 0.7. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, same thing. Yeah, you're supposed to just put a little bit with some water and put it regularly every 2 to 4 weeks. I've done it twice now that they're like of a mature age. Like yesterday and the day
You'll be able to give that to them 2 to 3 times a week. Fair. Yeah. And that sounds like it's something good to give during the veg stage now, because it's higher in nitrogen than it's in other than that, right? So if I can say, it is higher in nitrogen than it is in phosphorus and potassium. So it sounds like it's probably good to use during the veg stage. So you can probably run that a bit harder than what it says.
Yeah. Oh, good. Oh, I did that and I'm fucked up. I think I put the first time I didn't really read anything, and when I was trying to pop the beans, I soaked the soil in directly.
Don't do that to the beans. It's when they first come out, the soil ends up being a bit too hot, and the beans pop and it burns them. Then you've got to wait until the seedlings mature. When they're seedlings, you can give them half strength feeds, and but that's when they're about 4 to 5 inches tall. You can give them half feed. But once they get a foot and a half tall, towards knee height, you can start feeding them 2-3 times a week, every second day.
Yeah, and it depends on the heat, I guess, too. It's very hot here, it dries up on the surface only, I guess. But I seen the Jamaica episode, and the guy's like, "Oh, how often do you water every day?" And he's like, "No, twice a day." And I was surprised at that too. So, I'm out there twice a day actually. I get up there in the morning before the sun comes. Just put about a liter or 2 on each, on directly to the root, and then I do go out in the day sometimes. I know it's not the best when it's hot, but and then I'm trying to get into the habit of going at night time and just soaking them, maybe 4 liters each.
Yeah. But I just bought a 5 litre thing of Charlie Carp and that Go-Go juice, because I've never seen that Go-Go juice before. I just picked it up and read it, and sounded all right.
Yeah. So what would you think also about the fact of if you had a 2 liter bottle and you were directly on the root, but also you took a lot of time, so it's just dripping out, and then to take say 5 minutes for all that 2 liters to hit the root, would that be more efficient than say just dumping the 2 liters on the top of it, or the same deal?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't get as much evaporation that way. Like the plant would probably absorb more that way and get more of the water if you did it that in a like a slow feed that way by putting the bottle upside down and big to the top of it into the dirt.
Yeah, right.
Just when you do just plant like a lot, if it doesn't all soak in quick, some runs off further than it needs to, away from the base of the root, base of the plant and stuff. Like if you have, I mulch the base out big time around the base of mine, so I don't get any fucking so the water's very, the ground's very absorbent, so I don't have trouble. The ground just being picked up to absorb the water and running off.
Yeah, I think about that too, actually, because but then you do want to put it directly there, not around it. But then I think if it gets a little bit wet on the outside, it gives the roots ideas to reach for that water. But I guess if they're saturated, it's not going to fucking reach. But yeah, you definitely want to go directly on the root. Don't. And then the grass too, because I'm outside of the grass. I got bricks around some of them, but they can see that like the grass just grows really well, and how it absorbs all the nutrients away from the plant. You know, you want to strip every bit of fucking grass.
I have a passion for vine that we're constantly battling with that likes to try and pop up next to my plants and that.
Really? Yeah. I was out there today. I moved a lot more space.
Shoot up from their root system and that. But plants, they've got their major root system, but then they've got a real fine, delicate root system that's really good with picking up the elements and the food. And that stuff's like along the surface, like just below the surface and probably down to about 6-7 inches. Fine.
Yeah. I was watching something today too, which is surprising because one of them out of the 4 is probably the tallest, but it's tinging a bit yellow. I know you've seen it. You said, "Oh, it's all right because it's young and it'll go probably lose those leaves." But something Doco was saying that the reason that it could be yellow is because it's the shit that's around it, which is hence the grass that's growing in those roots and trying to come through is absorbing all the stuff, and then the plant's fucking out and trying to
robbing
put
it.
itself to nitrogen or just something
about that. The grass is picking up the nutrients before the plant can, and therefore it's yellow. Yeah, I understand that for sure. Like that could happen, and that's why you've got to always keep a clear area around it. Now, you probably want to keep it clear back as wide as the plant, like roots. Shut up, dog. Damn, blue healers, man. A tree's roots, bush's roots, it goes down as 2/3 as high as it is tall, and they span as wide as the canopy. So roots extend out as far as the canopy extends on the plant.
What? And they go down as far as the height?
2/3 of the plant's height.
Oh, 2/3, okay. And they spread as far as the leaves spread at the top leaves.
Yeah. So if you
if you top the plant and you stretch it, it means the root system's gonna do the same.
Yeah, if you start tying down, it because you're changing the structure, it won't spread the way you've tied it and stuff. But if you leave it and let it grow its natural structure, that's how the roots would be.
Yeah, I took the strings off actually today or the day before.
Yeah.
You should. And it's very. I just saw because I started topping them. I said, "Fuck it, I'll just do that." But it's interesting in how one of them's it's so immediately come back to straight, and it's really strong straight too. I'm hoping that's given it a bit of stress, and then it's gonna be like, "Oh, this is the way I'm supposed to go." You're trying to fuck me out for a second. And give it a bit more power, but
yeah, I was left and tied up. Why did you start topping? What was your why did you choose?
Because of the Jungle Boys. Because I was watching this episode on the Jungle Boys, and they were like, what do you recommend for anyone? They said top, and get into topping from a young stage. And I was like, oh shit, all right, this was halfway. I'd already tied it down. But I wanted to for a long time, but I was like really hesitant. Now I'm like, ah, shit, it's nothing. You just gotta, take it from 2 points. It's certain section and oh shit, hang on a sec. Oh no, it's still going. I think I'm gonna change my the airports, but yeah. So I can see now that the growth it hasn't really boomed and that shit, but I can tell it's still going, and then it's just going to go out that way now. So
I don't like topping as much because you're taking away like it's the growth that it's already done, and then you do lose a few days as it starts redirecting its energy elsewhere. And then if you top again, do it to the plant again. Hey,
it's not really a good idea to be doing that. Well,
it's good if you've got. It's good if you you control how long it's like. It's a great thing to do if you're indoor and stuff like that because you control how long the veg season lasts, and therefore you can play around for age. Like you'll notice a lot of people, especially overseas, they'll start staking their plants. Like they'll top it from pretty much the first node, right, and then the 2 branches that come from that first node, they will stake along the ground, and then every branch after that grows vertically up, right? And then they'll start topping them, and it'll make like a real big square canopy. Like it's an art it looks art more than anything. Like it's great, and it looks beautiful for Instagram, stuff like that, and awesome. Looks like you've got awesome control of how a plant grows and that. But if you're growing to feed yourself, keep yourself in smoke. Hey,
are you talking about mainlining?
Topping, like how when they fucking top at the very first node after the first node, and then they stake those 2 branches down. I'm pretty sure it's called mainlining.
Yeah, I watched the thing on it today.
Yeah, it's great. Like it does increase. It makes a great even canopy, right? It's awesome for that, but you can't really do it in an outdoor season. Like you can't do it outdoors because you don't control how long you have to do stuff. Really, like the weather you're controlled by the weather. So, therefore, that's one reason I don't top and I prefer to tie because you're losing height every time you top. You may add more branching and stuff, but you're also losing a little bit of half a week to a week each time you do it.
Yeah. Recovery.
Yeah, there's always a half a week to a week recovery before the plant directs its energy to elsewhere where you wanted it to go from topping. So, by tying, you're doing the same thing as topping, but you're not losing anything to recovery time. That's why I choose tying over topping. Right. Indoors, I'll top. Indoors, I top because I've got all day. Like I can choose how long I veg for. Like I've got the time to let it recover.
Right, shit. Okay, so outdoors it's probably much more ideal to be tying them down.
Yeah.
And exposing to all the branches. Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna just top the once. I don't think I'll be doing it like 2-3 times. I would like to have a plant that has like a square.
Yeah, it's great. It's a great art form and stuff, and it's awesome. But whether nature allows you to get to do that is another thing. And when you're trying to grow yourself enough medication to last a year, you can't really afford to fucking play games and play lottery.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah, and as you say, if you're outside, you've got the risk of that you're at the, you got to work with the inside.
Yeah.
LST is the way to go.
LST, I love it. I love knuckling. It's awesome.
That's super cropping.
Super cropping, yeah, sorry. I love cropping. I love super cropping over LST. LST send them into fucking flower early and then fucking flipping them back to veg and then they fucking go mad.
Did you say you did that, Sunshine?
Let's just say I binge watch videos pretty much all spare time that I've got. So I I'm very familiar with all the training techniques and stuff.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
I just like trellis. I'll go to trellis every time.
Scrub.
Yeah. Scrogging, yeah.
Yeah. Wonder when all these things all came kind of in the 80s and 90s, right? All these kind of new techniques and shit. Or have they been around for decades and centuries?
Good question.
Yeah, good question. How long they've been, I don't know.
So I can tell you from
Scrogging, I suppose, is a later thing. But LST, knuckling.
they had no idea what they were doing in the 60s. No idea.
Yeah.
My dad grew up in the 60s and he said they were smoking stems and seeds and shit. And it was basically like leaf and, you know, like
You
they
just
would
put
let
it in
them-
and let it get up.
They would let the males pollinate the females. They didn't care at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Didn't care about the seeds, that's right.
They were just smoking crap.
Yeah.
And every bit of it, like all the leaf and the bud together.
My old girl grew up in the 60s. She was talking about how they were smoking leaf and stuff. And I just thought, oh, that's just because you're a teenager at that stage and you didn't have access to the goods. I remember going through that stage as well when I first started trying to get in the pot. I could buy fucking envelopes full of leaf and tip fucking for 20 bucks, but fucking... I had to get fucking, it was who you knew to get the fucking to the next stage up and get access to bud.
And then you get it, and you're like, years later, and you're like, oh, fucking, that cunt, he fucking bugged me out. He didn't give me the bud.
Oh, you look at today, and the little cunts have got access to fucking meth and shit at high school and shit like that.
Yeah,
Fuck it.
everything.
Yep.
And on the internet, too. They don't have to go anywhere. It's fucking pretty much just there. You order it or delivered to your house a lot of these times. That's
There's
one
probably
thing I
some-
do look back on, you know, how the game has changed in the sense that you now, like, before you had to sort of had a bit of a knowledge of the people to enter it, and you had to be consistent with it and the rules of respect. And now it's kind of like you can have a 9-to-5 job, use your pay to go buy something and think that you can do it, but you can't even flip it over and keep it going and keep it going. But they're just so rude about it. It's just
There's no etiquette anymore. There used to be an etiquette. There's no etiquette anymore.
It's kind of, see, hear it in the songs. They talk about, like, oh, I'll go and run off on the drug dealer. They say, you know, they'll run off on the plug and all this shit like this. I always hear that and I'm thinking, what the fuck? Like, nobody ever would have told you to do that. Oh, that's a good idea. You know?
Yeah,
You want to
like,
do good business and-
if I knew that person dealt or whatever like that, but wasn't given direct access through someone else who knew them, and that, like, there'd be no way I'd be going up and approaching them. I'd expect to be punched in the face and be told, "What are you talking about, mate? I don't do drugs."
Nice hoodie there, Gro.
Say what?
Nice hoodie. Is it hoodie or t-shirt?
Oh, it's just a t-shirt. Yeah, it's a
T-shirt?
t-shirt. Cheers, bro.
Nice.
I got it from the online sale.
Yeah.
Fuck
What is
so
it?
Is
I
your
can't
old man
read it.
still smoking?
Death Row Records.
Oh, nice.
Yes, that's right. Does your old man still smoke, bro?
Who, me?
It's interesting to hear that, you know, he was spoken in the culture from Australia.
What does
back in
he
the
think of
60s.
the? Yeah, what does he think of the culture today then? From the
What do you
60s.
think?
Yeah.
I gave him some bud a couple of years ago. He's like, oh, you know, give me some bud, and I'm all right. So he barely touched it. So obviously he's hit it, and it's kicked his ass harder than he's ever probably been high, like in his entire life, and just gone, yeah. And just left it there. So,
What is this? This is not weird.
Anyway, so I made some brownies for my parents, and I'm like, cut it into tiny little bits. I'm like, just have this. Don't get greedy because you will fucking regret it. And they're like, oh yeah, well, my pain went away for a while, or you know, it was nice to not be worried about anything for a couple of hours. That's what my mum said.
I make that much cannabis. I make coconut oil. I make coconut oil up for me fucking old girl, a couple of her friends and stuff.
Yeah.
One of them started adding it to her food. She reckons it's the best thing ever. Best sleep ever. Her pain's gone. My mum is on the verge of doing it, but it's just like, I don't know, like must have some paranoia that something's going to happen to her. So she'll use it as a balm and she'll rub it into her back and whatever, where she's hurting it, but she won't. Quite, it's not quite there yet. I thought she would have done it by now, but she hasn't. Over this last week, I've expected her to have her first go of it in her food. Because I told her she could just add it to her food. If she didn't want to squirt it in her mouth, like, it's only 0.2, half a mil. It's not much to squirt in her mouth.
Has that got THC?
Yeah.
Oh, just make sure she has like microdose and start from there. And don't push it.
Yeah, I just told them to have it at night time before bed, so she has a good sleep. Because she's not sleeping at all. Like the pain she goes through, she's not getting any sleep at all during the night.
Horrible. But yeah, you don't want her to be tripping out in bed and stuff, you know.
No, I don't want her to green. That'd be horrible.
Have that bad experience.
Yeah, you don't want that first experience. First experience is last. So you want it to be a good thing.
Have like a quarter of the dosage recommended. Start really light.
Yeah.
Get what it's used to it is, they say. I think there's another interesting point I'm thinking about. Would your parents, like, or anybody in the 60s of Australian culture, were they eating it too? They could have got the shitty plants, but just made it butter out of it and it would have been nice.
That'd do the trick.
Yeah.
I made cookies out of a male and it was fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah? Wicked. That's a good idea, though.
I believe it. I was looking online. I'm like trying to find out, is it psychoactive or not? And there's contradicting opinions. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try it for myself. And I was not disappointed.
Wow. Good to
No,
know.
I must admit, when I was a young fella, I got sold a fucking envelope of fucking balls and pollen. We fucking smoked it because I didn't know any better. It got a stone.
It got you stoned?
Yeah, it got a stone.
Pine needles?
No, not pine needles. It was fucking a male plant. It was
Oh,
all
yeah,
ball.
yeah.
All balls.
Little pollen balls.
Like seeing a big bag of balls, I actually thought it was bud until I fucking realised, like, learned better a couple of years later.
You're like, yeah, this is the best shit. Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, it was heaps better than the leaf and tip that they usually tried to sell us fucking little fellas, mate.
Okay.
Fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Grass grommets weren't allowed to have fucking access to the goods, mate, back then.
That's terrible. I was never like that. You know, not that I'd go and give to kids the bullshit, but when I was at that stage and I was like 18 and I had like 16-year-old, 14-year-olds asking me for some bud sometime, I'd give them the good shit.
I think I was only 12 or something like that. We were. And we were asking mates fucking, me mate's fucking older brother too. He's the one selling it fucking on the corner.
Literally on the corner?
Yeah, literally on the corner of the block, pretty much at the front of his house. It was funny just standing there. It was also like, it was just like movies where you walk up in the dark, like, and there's a shadow, like fucking a black outline of a person just standing there. And you stand off about 20 meters and he ran over and then he comes running back with his envelope.
Really? Wow. I didn't
it's
see many people to actually do that sort of operation, you know? Just stand about and be like, wait for people to come past and shit. It's more like, I
Collingwood fucking more. Collingwood more bad for that.
Is it?
Richmond more it was. I ain't selling smack. They just all leaning up against the shops, man.
You say Richmond, Melbourne?
Yeah, Richmond and Melbourne.
That area is fucked, man.
Yeah.
Is it?
That area is so bad.
Yeah.
Full of chemicals.
Have you seen it lately?
All the alleyways, like the alleyways between the shops where their garbage bins are and that, they're just all like full of nails. It's just spills all over the ground and stuff like that. Because it's just
zombies everywhere, like full blown smack fill.
Yeah. They just walk through and give each other the nod, and then they walk just 2 meters to the right down the laneway, not very far into the laneway, within sight of everybody walking through. Have a chance.
Yeah. Fuck, eh?
You go
Not
for a
just
bowl
doing
of
the deal,
Vietnamese
actually
soup and you get asked if you want some smack.
Yeah.
Fuck. go for some fun, and then ask, do you want some slow?
Yeah. Right on.
So,
Yeah.
I heard about that Cabramatta back in the 90s when they had the Cabramatta Express. Like, people were at the station, and that's all you just go and ask. You could tell the people that were, you know, inclined to using. Fuck. Well,
And that
they'd
was
ask you, really. They'd come up to you and be like, wait, you want this, you want this? Oh, shit.
I'm pretty sure Carlton and Collingwood, one of the two, has had a huge, like 3 big
Collingwood.
apartment blocks, right? That were commissioning apartment blocks that were just full of it. You used to just pull up there and run up the stairs, fucking, right, and then run down. And there'd be like another 10 cars pulling up at the same time, doing the same thing as you are. Right? Back in the day, it was.
It's intense.
It used to be, yeah. Everybody that lived in and stuff we're all Vietnamese descent back then and stuff like that. And now these days you go there and those bloody big commissioned houses are full of bloody Sudanese and stuff, and all that. Vietnamese have moved out.
Yeah,
The guy that was running the injecting room was selling the gear to the fucking users. This is just recently got busted.
Yeah, Spioni got busted because he was probably selling a cleaner schema. Spioni got busted, and at least he was making sure his dudes didn't die.
Apparently, the quality of that is good at the moment.
Oh, actually,
Down.
I don't know. It's interesting to say, because what the fuck are they
It's
going to do?
insane.
They're coming.
Security levels are insane.
Is it good or bad?
Good. Since the Middle East, it's been fucking crazy. Real good.
Yeah, at one point there was more opium coming out of Afghanistan than the world's demand. Like there was 3 times more product than what the world needed. That coming out, and it was just flooding everything.
See, that's what I was just about to say. That it's interesting to see like that how it is, you know, just its part in the world. Like you can see people could look at it as a drug addiction, and a sickness, an illness, but they look at it as a criminality, and then see these people who are using it, they lead to being criminals, so they're being chased by the police and then go to the court system and then up in jail. So all the jobs that come from that, just from, you know, it's the whole game. They tell you not to do it. They say, don't do this. They know it's out there. Then your choice is to not do it, but they love you when you do it because it gives them a job, it gives the police a job, it gives the courts a job, it gives the prison system a job, and it keeps it all floating around.
I agree. There's so much big business.
Makes it hard for all those people that go in for stupid little things to come out and then get jobs.
Yeah, and then trying to, that they say rehabilitate and shit. That's not what happens because you go there, you're going into like.
Yeah, just meet more criminals that have done other things and learned that with their trades. That's all that ends up happening.
And they were talking about stories like shit when we get out, we're going to do this or fucking, you know, this. It's like, what the.
Get out and know another way of what they were doing so they don't get caught next time.
But at the same time, it is hard too because, you know, it depends on the length of time you're in there. You become institutionalized, you get used to that sort of shit. You know, just not doing it, don't know how the way society runs.
Not just that. The poor dudes that go in for a short, I'd say you go in for maybe 1 or 2 years. It's not really that long of time, right? But it's enough time in there to learn crime stuff, right? And it's enough thing when you come out that those 2 years are held against you for not being able to get a job. So therefore, then you're only left with what you've got to supply, you've got to provide. So then you've got to fall back on probably what you just learned in your 2 years away. So apply what you're talking about with people in there because no one's going to give you a job. It sucks. Or the job that you are, like the job that someone will give you is that fucking shit. And pays that low that it's not enough to provide anyway. Right.
And then those fact people who go in for a little time and then they end up in an offence inside. And so they, you know, get other charges put on and they fucking end up in there for a long time. A lot of people get caught like that. But anyway. Try to stay in jail. Stay out. What are you smoking on, bro? Sunshine. What do you got?
I don't know what it is. It's yeah, cannabis.
What did you get, Fair? You got delivery, didn't you?
Yeah, I got this new one, so it's Medcan.
It doesn't look too bad though,
Looks
Sunshine.
alright, bro. Hang on, I'll put it on the cell though.
Doesn't look, it's definitely not PGR. There's too much sugar leaf on it.
Fuck no.
Nice. Got a good smell.
Can I get it? Oh yeah, yeah, it's nice.
flavour.
Hard to say. It's not really distinct.
Yeah, but it's potent.
More citrusy, maybe limonene or something. Bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a bit fruity.
Zingy, light. Good daytime smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too crazy.
Just one cup.
What did you get delivered, Fair? What is that?
It's
That looks
strawberry
alright.
cake. Yeah, but the look of it, it don't look the best, right? When I first looked at it, but the smell and the flavour is really nice, really nice. Good strong smoke, and didn't like the topaz at all. But then there's another one. They didn't look the crash was hot, but it is smoke. It was called Kenrick Exodus.
What's this up on offer? Yeah, no, that's that. It looks a little bit firmer than the strawberry cake, doesn't it? Like a little
Very
bit denser.
similar. A little bit similar. Very, very, very
Little bit
similar. Like that sticky sponginess. And I'm probably not a fan of these Boveda packs, the humidifiers. Like, I prefer my shit to be crispy. And I get maybe it's the percentage 62. And I've noticed that I put it into Solace, and it made the Solace, which is usually crispy, it turned it into spongy after one day.
Yeah.
Like overnight. So I'm like, oh fuck, that wasn't too cool.
Yeah.
Just get myself off the fucking
Maybe,
screen.
yeah, I think maybe like not enough weed in there for one pack. Maybe the pack's too big for the amount of weed.
Yeah, you need like a
There's
pound.
another way. Another way to do it, if you just want to refresh it a little bit, is just get a tiny little, like a bit of paper towel, fold it up into a square, like a tiny 1 inch by 1 inch square, wet it, squeeze all the water out of it. So it's just a damn bit of paper square, and put that in with your bud for fucking like however long, like 1 to 10 or however long. But you check it fucking every couple of hours.
Have you ever heard of this technique? Like I was told it by this a pretty old elderly guy a long time ago when I was younger, to try and flush the bud. If you've got bud which is really chemically tasting, it's already dried and cured and whatnot. You put it in a glass of water for maybe a couple of minutes, and then you just let it sit out, and then it's flushed. Like, I don't know if there's any like.
That doesn't sound credible.
Possible. I gave it a go, like just not long ago. I don't know. It could have been placebo. It might have.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're thinking it probably didn't have too much effect. What do you reckon, Mont?
I don't know. I don't know whether that'd be. I know the trichomes and that, like they're waterproof substance and that, but I don't know whether it would have been a good thing in soaking it. I've heard people. I've seen people like soak their buds in ice water and stuff to make hash. To break off the trichomes that way, and the trichomes still stay whole and solid, but they're individual cooking. I don't know how that would be able to flush anything out of the inside of the bird though. Soaking it. It might dilute whatever's in it. That'd be about it.
Okay, yeah.
Depends if the chemicals were sprayed on or went up through the roots.
Like,
That's what I mean. If it's sprayed on, it might come off a bit quicker. But if you soaked it in water, like even if it was sucked up through the plant, you'd think being dry, it's going to absorb that water and then therefore dilute those chemicals a little bit when you dry it back out.
Yeah, it's already
Maybe,
set
but I don't know whether it's going to be that. I don't know whether it's going to be the best thing for the terpene profile or anything, though.
No, it doesn't return the terpenes.
Yeah, it's not going to help them.
Okay. So that can be washed off too. The terpene profile could be washed off by water, you reckon?
No.
Terpenes also evaporate.
Oh, yeah.
That's
So if you wet it,
Evaporated. Yeah. At above something like 26 degrees, terpenes and stuff start evaporating because they're a volatile chemical.
Wow.
There's a couple of things. I'll find the links and stuff. It's got Kevin Jodry talking about it and stuff for ages. Like, he does a whole couple, like a few lectures. They go for a couple of hours and that with about 3 or 4 other growers. They do lectures around the country at certain states and shit.
Yeah, I prefer mine to leaves it. If I've got some green that's like, you know, sticky, not sticky, but like just a little bit moist, and you know, I like to leave it out overnight so that when I get to it, it's really crisp. I really prefer that. I know I'm probably damaging the trope like with all the
Smokes a
flavor
bit
will
better
fucking
too.
go away.
Melody baby.
Yeah, I like it that way when it's dry. It smokes better. It burns nice, and you can just with somewhere, you know, I can just go and it crushes with the hand. I do like that. Not crumble to dust, but like, you know, it's choppable.
See, that's when it's cured properly. Like, I reckon the difference between a bud cured and a dry crispy, like there's dry crispy that's dried out too fast, right? But then there's bud that you get when it's like what you've got now, fair. Like, you know how it's soft and spongy but sticky, right? If that was cured for 3 to 6 months, it would go to that hard crystal.
Yep.
But not
Do you think I could have a chance of doing that now that I've like got
you
it?
can do it. Yeah, if you put that in a jar, right? You bad. Put it in a jar, and then every day for 1 hour, get it out, spread it out on a table, leave it out for that 1 hour until it feels dry and hard, right? Like you want it to be. Put it back in the jar. And once it's back in the jar, the moisture will start coming back out of the buds. And then when like the next day, you put your hand in there, they'll feel like semi-soft again, like they were originally. And you just keep doing that every day for 6 months, mate.
Do you reckon if I put actually, and you're saying for the
don't have to do it for 6 months, but you can do it for 3. Like, you can do it for 1 month.
If I put the
a week.
Vita package every night, is that going to be a good idea? Or no?
The Vita pack is going to keep it moist and soft and spongy.
So do you want to like let it dry out and then put it back into that soft and spongy environment?
Yeah, it will do it itself. Yeah, the buds will go soft and that again. Like, just put them back in the jar. They somehow suck any moisture back out. Any moisture that's left in the stem inside the buds will come back out. But Vita packs are great to use after you've cured your buds because they stop it from going crispy and drying out and then turning to dusty.
Right, good idea.
The Vita packs are for after the cure.
Let the buds sit there for that.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, there, he's got one. 62 Vita.
Yeah, and that bud's already cured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicely. Like cake.
Yep.
It's like cake.
Nice. And I'd do the cure first before the Bavita bags or the clay tab. Those clay tablets, I reckon, they're going to be a good thing themselves for once you've done the cure to keep it good.
Did you look it up?
Yeah, I've looked them up.
I heard that you chuck it in water for a day or something.
Yeah, they absorb the water and that because like clay always does, it absorbs it and that, and then just like it just keeps, because it will slowly release that moisture as it evaporates, and the plants will soak it up and keep it as time and is trying to dry them out. That will keep them at that fresh cured stage that you put them away as. What is that, Sunshine?
That's my
Is that
mix
your
bowl.
bowl?
I've had this mix bowl since I was 14 years old, and I'm 40 now.
Nice.
Wicked, brother.
Fucking
I was
14.
I'm getting a mixed bowl made for me by my sister.
Oh
They
my goodness.
have you? They
Oh my goodness. It's just happened.
it turned out.
I've just got a pretty decent seed out of this fucking Kenricks.
Oh my god! Out of what one?
Out of the Kenricks Exodus. Oh my
Kenricks.
god. It looks decent.
Go pop it now.
I'm not going to try and pop it to see. Holy shit. It's brown and shit.
Nice. Put it away.
Yeah, I'm going to put it away and then try the paper towel method.
You gonna pop it this year?
No.
And pop it away for next year?
It's a good idea to do. Unless I had the indoor lights, should wait for the proper sun. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think I'll be able to wait though.
Yes, I know that feeling. I found my fucking bag seed that I'd been collecting over 30 years since I was fucking 17, 18 years old. Found all the seeds I'd collected. I'd done a few grows from, and there's some awesome different strains. Like I popped 7 seeds and I ended up with 6, I think, different strains. Only 2 of the seeds out of what I popped were that's ended up being the same sort of strain.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. Having such huge and different varieties, like indica to sativa, like from pure indicas to like pure sativas. I can't wait to start popping them again and going through like as a pheno hunt to pick plants to breed from. That's good old school Aussie weed, all those seeds are. And well, we wouldn't have any more in Australia. We wouldn't be able to find that weed anymore in Australia from that shit. That's original skunk. Some of those seeds are original skunk too.
You see Kevin Jodrey talking about that? About the skunk profiles from the 80s? Fucking unreal.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Auntie,
I
you
like
that,
watching.
Jodrey?
He's so
Yeah, fucking mate, that motherfucker, it knows his shit.
fucking oath.
And everything he learnt was just by himself, and like fucking he didn't learn it from books or nothing like that. It's just what he thought was happening with the plant. And now that it's all legalized and science is involved and stuff like that, because science love him. Like all the scientists say they love him and pay him big money to fucking advise them and stuff.
Yeah.
And fucking, yeah, everything he thought was happening with plants, like fucking the chemo profiles, the terp profiles, the strength testing and shit like that. And like the terps, limonene, like gassy, earthy, fruity and stuff like that. And he had these ideas on what those flavours did to you and compounds and how they made you feel. And science was able to back up everything he'd or said over the years without any scientific knowledge or fucking educated background. It was just through growing and knowing the plant that he'd learnt everything. And then years later, as it legalised, everything he said, science was able to pretty much back it up.
That's amazing. That's cool. We're getting a fucking good close up here on how to roll a scoop, how to roll a joint, how to roll a J. Australian way. Got sunshine here. What a sick up.
Plan
Yeah,
made.
just nice and
with,
smooth.
Not my best work.
Oh, perfect.
Use a chopstick.
It's how it smokes, really.
Fucking oath.
Anyway, it can it doesn't really have to look that. As long as it has that inhale and
Mate,
good
this is
smoke.
natural
oxygen.
as fuck.
It would be awesome to have Shanti Baba, Nexus, and bloody Kevin Jodrey together on one of our shows talking something. Don't talk, man. That'd be a fucking dream.
I saw something too about the raw papers. So someone was on Instagram yesterday, and they started burning. He was saying the guy about who owns Raw, he really cares about smokers so much that he wants to make the papers really non-toxic. Saying the way to check it is if you light up raw paper, you won't leave any smoke or ash. He just kind of burns in on itself or something. So everyone was burning up their raws yesterday, going to check if it's real.
Those black papers are the only ones I want to use. The raw black, they are unreal.
I've never even seen it.
Classic. Done the classic tonight.
Yep. It's hard, that's the most common thing that's available too. Most places don't hold. I've never even heard of the raw black. What's the raw black?
No one holds them. It's weird. They're the best, and no one has them.
Yeah. They're just very thin.
They're just, I don't know what it is. It's like there's no paper there.
Oh, I guess it's the black, like the top edition black label. Isaiah, what's up, Bella? How you doing? Thanks for coming through. Good to see you. Just chilling here.
Hey, do you know how I was telling you with the medical appointment that they wanted me to get letters from a specialist?
The referrals and shit.
Yeah,
Really?
I understand. I understand why that is now and stuff, and what's that for. Right? It's so DVA will cover it.
Oh. Okay,
What's
good.
I can get them.
Disability for veterans.
Yeah, the Department of Veteran Affairs. So I can get them to cover it all.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I
Okay,
need to
well, that's
get
really
those
good.
specialists, those letters, and get them to cover
I
it
think
all.
one thing that just
I
clicked
could
into my
start
mind
without
as you
those
said
letters.
it.
I could get on the oil and all that and start the process, and then get those letters after I started the process and bring them.
I think one thing that clicked in my mind, and as you just said it, is like because they are a bit hesitant, but they look at if you have trigger or symptoms and to be schizophrenic, and if you've got that in your family and shit like this, because I'm not sure if they're not going to give it to you, but they'll probably just give you oil on CBD.
Yeah,
or
want
not
to
very
monitor.
high THC. If you've got the chance of getting into that. And so I guess if you're coming with referrals, a lot of the time it's going to be for that case. The mental state of the people. Unless it's pain and shit. But anyway, either which way, but I hope
Yeah,
it's
mine's not, I've got to get a letter from a pain specialist. So I'll be getting a letter from a specialist, which is all right at the moment. It all just sort of comes in and get the moment because my back's killing me at the moment. I can every time I stand up, the last little bit to stand up straight is absolutely agony, and then for a couple of seconds after I've stood up straight, it's still sort of a fair bit of pain. And then I'm able to start walking.
You're on some pretty heavy pain medication as it is. So to have that pain
It's the nerve
experience
tension. I hadn't had this pain for a long time. Like, it's weird. Like, I don't know what I've done to cause this pinched nerve. But it's definitely a pinched nerve. And here we go. I'm standing up, and I've got to that point, and I don't want to straighten my leg.
Is it sciatica? Sciatica?
Yeah, it's my sciatica all the way down my right leg, from my bloody lower back all the way down the right leg.
Yeah,
killing
I've had
it.
it bad. Fuck.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's agony. It feels like you're doing. Do you know when you're touching your toes, Fair? Do you know that pain you get down the back of your legs when you're trying to touch your toes and put your hands on the ground or whatever, depending on how flexible you are? Yeah, it feels like that. Like,
just from standing up. Yeah, everything stretching and tensing. So,
Yeah, it feels like I'm bending over, touching my toes down on through my right leg. Like, or worse than actually touching my toes, like my head's touching my toes.
you're not actually, you're just trying to stand up.
Yeah, and all I'm doing is trying to stand up and walk. Just fucking.
That's fun. What is that? Is it diagnosed like it's like the nerve that's sending a signal, sciatica, or whatever you said? So,
You've got
Yeah,
your
I crushed
disc
it.
in your back.
Yeah, I crushed a disc.
Yeah.
lowest disc, the S1 disc or the S4, I think. Between S1 and S4, I think a few of them. It crushed them, and then they wanted to.
Yes. And then it healed, I guess, itself, but doesn't heal properly.
Well, the doctor, he did want to operate and stuff, but I didn't want to let him operate. And the least
could put a
invasive way they can treat your back pain is with opiate medication. In that sense, I ended up. I was prescribed by the back specialist opiate medication. And back then, I was so naive. I had no idea about opiates. The strongest thing I'd ever had before he prescribed me those fentanyl patches was something like a tramadol, 25 mil tramadol tablet. And that knocked me on my ass.
I don't like
The doctor just goes and prescribes me fentanyl patches straight off his back. It sent me into a blur for the next 15 years.
It's so dangerous, though, this fentanyl, bro. I am my brother. It's going on.
Yeah, but we're over all that. Thanks to the weed, mate. The weed culture. Thank God for weed. It was actually like the weed culture that got me into and got me. Hey, Dale, how are you, bro?
Yeah, good, bro. So?
Yeah, good, mate.
Good day. Green screen.
Sunshine. All right, bro.
Good, mate. Good.
Hi, Cass.
Yeah, where's my mug?
Did you set? Oh no! So that's the thumbnail you set, and then the green screen's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah! Did you make that? Oh.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. It was a template anyway, so it looks good, man.
Yeah, pretty much all template. But
yeah. What's going down over there? Oh, bro, you got that gorilla. I don't know if everybody's seen it. He had some good gorilla last night.
yeah,
You want to show everyone?
looks better with this background. One sec.
Look good.
I'll take this screen off. Just give me a good look.
Frosty and shit.
It looks all right there.
Yeah, it does look pretty good, eh?
Even better close up. It looks pretty frosty.
Yeah, on the camera too. That's nice, eh? When I first saw that, I was like, oh, and the calyx development, look at it, it's so fat. It's nice. I looking at it thinking, oh shit, it didn't look the best to me. It just looked, that's the rung distributor, that looks nice. Just look at the size of the calyx and they're all frosty and shit.
Hey, Google.
A little bit.
Yeah, nice.
How does it
Pretty
smoke?
cool gorilla.
How does it
Hey,
smoke?
Hey, Google.
Yeah,
8 out of 10.
pretty good stuff. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some of the better stuff.
Well, it's not the 10 out of 10. Not
Yeah.
9
Oh,
out of-
nah.
It's not the bomb. Okay.
Nah. But yeah, it's good
How
smart.
often would something like that
Sure.
come around? 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10. How often would you be seeing that? With where you're at?
Yeah, 7, 8, probably at the moment.
But how often would you see something like that? Maybe once or twice a year?
Oh, like
Something
this. Yeah, at the
something
moment, probably like
out of 10.
fuck it.
Something that's really good.
Yeah, once or twice a year, really.
Yeah. True way. Monty's
Oh,
lucky enough.
God, these earbuds are giving me the shits.
If you're trying to buy it, if you're just going to buy and hopefully open, someone's got some good stuff.
Yeah, you want to grow it, eh?
It works for 2 seconds and then they shut down. What the hell?
Oh, the earbuds.
Yeah, they shit me.
No. You charged them up properly? And in the case
Yeah, I
you
had
put
them in the charger. They're
connected
saying
up.
connected, but no sound afterwards.
Bullshit, mate. Bullshit.
I don't want to wake up to fix me, you stupid thing.
Oh,
Yeah, not long ago. I just woke up here, little fucking working, so.
Yeah, thanks for coming up, bro.
Okay, yes.
Could go to work, mate. Working man.
Wonder
7
why I
days a
can't
week.
get it down.
6 days a week. He's at the place. You want to find him? He'll be there.
6 days a week.
These are shitting me to tears.
Do you get overtime sometimes?
All time.
All the time.
Every day, pretty much.
Really? Is that because there's a lot of work or because there's a lot of slackouts that just don't do it?
Yeah, a lot of work at the moment. Fucking
Oh, good.
COVID getting around. A lot of people got a fucking what is it? Quarantine. So I got a cover for them, basically.
Oh, they got to isolate and stay at home so they can't come to work. But you can work. So you're coming in there.
Everyone's shutting down.
So what? Everything's shutting down, eh?
Well, I drove down Lygon Street 2 nights ago and half the strip was completely closed. Everything. Every shop. Every restaurant.
Did you guys have the stopping of the lockdown so people can come back and go out to the restaurant and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we still have it.
You gotta have a green pass though, and you've got to check in. And you can jump fucking hoops.
Oh, you need to be vaxxed though to get in these half these places.
Yeah, you need your proof, your papers, your documents.
I want to go to the Apple shop tomorrow,
Fucking documents.
and she
Show us
said
your papers.
I need to be double vaxxed because I lost one of my earpods, and I have to go get a replacement. And I thought it'd be better to just go pick it up if I can. But she booked it all the shit, and then she's like, "Okay, just to finally, are you double vaxxed and everything so you can come in with your passport?" And I'm like, "Fuck, I'm not even vaxxed yet." So she said, first she said, "Oh, we'll try and order it the other way," but then eventually she said, "Okay, you can go there, but you can't go inside." And I said, "Are you sure?" She said, "Yes, but we'll see you tomorrow." I'm going to go there, and I'll get served from the outside.
If they're open to the public fair, they can't refuse entry.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens in the morning. I don't mind fucking standing outside if they give it to me.
I don't mind. I've been walking into every shop and everywhere. Like, I don't want to ask for anything, realistically. Like,
What's the Apple shop? They'll be all fucking tight ass.
You ever watch the video on the EMR output of iPod? What are they? Pods. Yeah, like the electromagnetic radiation that they emit. Pods.
What
kind of pods?
Yeah, anything wireless emits EMR.
Yeah.
Signal. So, and it's non-iodizing radiation apparently. But there's been a lot of studies done that say that it does oxidize cells in specific amounts. So, like for example, if you were to work on some telecom towers or whatever, chances are you could be, at risk, that kind of thing. And there's been cases of that.
My friend does all that on his
That's not good.
Okay.
Probably would have got to that business if it wasn't PTSD and stuff. Because he was sick as well. Because of our sick qualifications within the military, we got him a job with Telstra and putting all the communication things up and all the antennas up.
True.
Like 3 times fucking forward. All his posts on Facebook are up from 200 metres per hour up on the top, 200 metres per hour. Finishing up. Having a helicopter deliver the top trial of the train.
You're breaking up a bit on my end, might be. Is anyone else?
I thought it was just really high.
His volume's gone down a bit.
Legit, I'm like,
I could hear every 3 words.
Yeah, I'm pretty high.
Is mine sucking up again?
Yeah.
Oh, a little bit.
Yeah.
You can jump off and back if you want. Jump out.
We'll try that.
Yeah, you can remove him and put him back.
Yeah. And then he comes back in, and you can. So what? You're about a few hours away from work, or you good? You know,
Yeah.
6 hours away. Yeah. So good. You can have a bit of a chill time now. Have some dinner or breakfast.
Few hours.
Nah, it's fucking shit.
Same.
No, is it any better?
Shit out of
No,
that.
talk. No, talk. I can't hear you. Go
It's
again.
just fucking me.
Nah, it's cracking up, bro.
Is it?
Oh, it's cracking.
Still fucking cracking up.
I think you're back. Oh, he was back.
Yeah,
Sounded better. Should sound even better now.
We'll turn the mic down a little bit and see
There
if
you
that
go.
works better.
It's all good.
Yeah, I had my mic probably way too high because I tried turning it up on those earbuds because of the earbuds.
Oh, see, figured it out, mate. You better fucking put
Figured
your
it out,
mic
mate. Figured it out.
Don't just sit there and be a couch potato. You got to think about it.
That's good. You got a problem solved.
Think very deep into that if you're high enough.
This fucking block of hash has lasted me like fucking a week and I'm not even halfway through it. That big.
You want to show everyone? If you
Yeah,
haven't
sounds like
seen
it's been a
it, it's
good
fucking
week.
awesome. It's like you pressed it under the car, man. You know? So that's like 2 ton or 1.5 ton pressure. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's really good, eh? Ooh, look at it. That looks healthy. Like green,
It's alive.
green, man. Mm. And its texture is good. Yeah, when you like opened it up, I mean, like you can see the inside of it from. This looks nice, eh? Brown, eh? It's all dark brown. Whoa, look at that. Chocolate. It's like chocolate. That's really good, bro. How much did you end up pressing? About a quarter? More than
It was about a quarter all up. Probably when it was full size, it weighed probably 7-8 grams.
wow.
I reckon it's definitely the kid in the front. Get it slowly.
Fucking something's going on over there. The dog's fucking not. He's not happy, eh? What's he barking at? He stopped. Monty's just got to go. Like, I like it, dogs. I like dogs. Oh, pet dogs.
Yeah, I need to get one.
You got a pet? No, you don't. Eh? You got a pet, Sunshine? Then?
No.
No.
I can't be
What is he
bothered.
barking at? Can't be bothered.
Oh,
So lazy.
the boy.
What about a fish? You get a
It's
fish.
summer.
Yeah.
The fish will die. Or I'll
Really
swear
gonna
at it. I'll verbally abuse it or something. It'll get
What did you do to that dog, Monty?
depression.
Hey.
What did you do to that dog?
Oh, I didn't do nothing. He was barking at the front door because like, my boy was too lazy to walk around the back door and come just walk in. Just sat there knocking at the door and making the dog bark.
The dog's trying to kick out open the door, you see. The dog's going to go, hey, what's up, Greg? How are you, brother?
Yeah, just sit there, just tapping on the door, making the dog bark.
Doug's 420. Check it out on Instagram.
I'll tell you what I do. Yeah, I told you what I'm real fucking from now on. You're the dog that does it. Dog that does it.
I got some new one, Gregory and Zay. This one, it's called Exodus.
What's that?
It's a new one.
You got to
Like
see.
Hendrix.
You got to see that.
Yeah, and a decent seed come out of that one. This one's a Medcan strawberry cake.
Is that
Strawberry
made up.
cake.
I made up a milk thistle thing today.
This one was supposed to be the nighttime. The strawberry cake C01. And the other one was supposed to be daytime, but they're both hybrid.
One was just more
What's
sativa
the
and the
say percentage in it?
21% for the strawberry and 20%
That's
for
not-
the other one. Yeah, it's actually nice, bro. Like the numbers, it's more, the flavor terpene and like the flavor of the smoke and the strength of the smoke is really good there. It's a good high, good flavor, good smell, and they get good strength. But it's not intense. That 30% from the Rocky. The Rocky is really good. But when I had it, I was experiencing like new sensations, which is cool. Like so I've taken it to a level of extreme on some category of the terpene or whatever, and I'm experiencing the high I've never had before. It's really nice.
Different cannabinoids.
Yeah.
Unreal. That's so
No.
cool. I've got an interesting question if anyone might know the answer. So if you take if you let the trichomes go amber, you get the caps lock. Your indica is pretty much a caps lock. So how can you correlate those two? Like if you got an indica and made the trichomes amber as fuck, you'd get like a super couch lock, or like anyone know what the story is?
Yeah.
I've heard that the amber is more the CBD.
So if you took a sativa into amber, you're going to get like a daytime high and a nighttime high, or
I thought I was.
Yeah, well, that's what they said.
If CBD, if the amber is CBD, like this is where we're going to go on, like on, because none of us are scientists, and for sure, like we're just going on what we've seen other people saying in YouTube videos that we think are pretty well in the.
Well, what do you usually do when you get to your loop, bro? Do you look at it and you want it to be orange or crystal
I
clear?
usually go for about a 15-20% amber, but yeah, I've seen some strains that don't get any amber at all, and that includes an indica.
Is they're pretty crystal, and then when you smoke
Yeah,
it, it's
they
not.
were all milky, just all milky. Yeah.
Oh.
Where other strains, they'll start showing amber pretty early, like even when they're still clear, the rest of their trichomes are clear. Like Northern Lights, the original Northern Lights, it gets amber pretty quick. I was surprised at the amount of amber it has. By the time it was ready, it was easily 20% amber. But like 2 months, like a month and a half before it was ready, it had amber trichomes on it, when all the rest of the trichomes were still clear, and it was still going through the 3-week cycles. I've always thought that from what I read and learned, and also seen on YouTube through a few joddery fucking things, that the amber come in and it's CBD, and it come like the higher they went in latitude, like up into Canada and stuff like that, was where the amber started coming into things.
Yes.
Cool
So the
climate.
Kush and the Himalayas, eh?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's interesting, because I would like what I've heard from people on these streams is that what you were saying is right. Like that amber is more the couch lot, the crystals like the more milky whatever it is, that sativa type, and so I was inclined to think if you do let the sativa strain go to the amber side, it's going to give you a not so much a couch look, but that more like a potent and a drowsy effect. It's really strong, but I
I don't know.
wouldn't
If
be sure.
CBD counteracts the THC, wouldn't CBD fucking the more like I don't know whether the like I always thought the amber's CBD, right? And it counteracts the effects of THC, so therefore it will mold everything. But yet the CBD will be acting as a good pain relief and all that in the background without giving you a head feeling or anything like that.
Actually, don't know.
Because if that was the case, like, yeah, you'd think,
Alexis would be a good person to ask.
yeah, you need Alexis here, sort of, or
He'd know everything.
yeah. He's got access to Google. Oh, you
Don't have the mental capacity for that.
yeah, you're looking at
Amber is degradation of THC. There you go. From Greg. I would think Greg would know.
It's what?
Heavy. He said the amber is a degradation of THC. He's come up.
And then CBD too much.
My brother Gregory, if you're there.
Suck it. Oh, God, I get all the way with the balls. Suck the
So it's not about like when it degrades, when the THC degrades, does it affect the CBD, or does the CBD content get higher? Do you know?
I thought he was serious.
Like when the amber degrades, right? If it's THC degrading, does it degrade and CBG and CBD content get higher, right? And therefore, that's
That wasn't me, he said.
We're gonna find out where you live, Greg.
What to think?
We're gonna take a contract out on you, Greg.
Yeah.
It's gone over my head. I don't know what's going on now.
Yeah, I'm not sure either too, because I know this guy's got mad knowledge and he would know the answer to the question.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, you've done you've had a few goes, and then to see that from your experience, you see that the milking has still give good effects.
I don't think the amber's associated with couch lock, honestly. Like I think the strains like the indica and sativa, they produce them effects themselves. And despite having amber on a sativa, I don't think that is going to make it more of a couch lock stoned at all. It might make it more of a mellow thing.
That's the real question. That is the real question. That's what we need an answer for.
Yeah.
Because I keep hearing it everywhere. Like all these fucking videos that I watch, they always talk about amber and caps lock and the correlation between those.
Yeah.
I wonder what is the next point.
If they're
Does it start to rot?
Bad info, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Russian bot
Does it
time.
get too old?
I've always heard that though.
Does it get
Milk is
too
more
old after
psychedelic
it's amber?
and amber's more couch lock. 20%.
Yeah.
I guess you do want a bit of a both. But it's up to your preference.
I always thought that
And
people were
over
aiming for
time,
the
they're gonna
20% amber for CBD, not for couch lock.
It's actually a really good subject matter for a video. Like I've never seen a video on that in my entire life. So it's going to be a good thing to cover. You get to the bottom of it and report that. That'd be valuable
Talk to a
information.
lot of growers, eh? Yeah.
It'd be monetized and everything. You won't even have to show a picture of weed or anyone smoking it.
Because if the amber was associated with couch lock, right, they wouldn't have to give you a daytime and nighttime strain. They could just give you the same strain, just let one amber up more. One of the flower rooms amber up more and let the other one not. So then give the one that ambered up more, right, as a nighttime strain, and the other one as the day, and the one that was picked cloudy as a daytime strain. They wouldn't need to mix them. That's what I think couch lock's strain specific.
Probably doesn't have the potential, some of them, to to do that.
I reckon
Not like
Oh, bro, we got Wombats Organic. Fucking
G'day,
sick,
Wombat.
man. Thank you for coming up. It was a pleasure to have you.
G'day,
Man.
Bookster in the chat.
I'm happy to see a few people come through, man. Haven't had them on the, you know. Oh, fuck.
Oh!
What a grok cunt, bro. What a sad cunt, bro. Bro, you're an idiot. What the fuck you coming out doing that shit for? Anyway.
There we go.
They get excited, bro. They want to come in and do some stupid shit like that.
Oh, fuck. Fuck this, fellas.
Boss can't, eh? I don't know what the fuck you do that for. So Amber is more CDG than CBD. Okay, so it does get to a different stage.
Fucking Wombats, eh?
Forget about it, bro. Don't even talk about it. Fucking like that. THC changes to CBD. Yeah, so then after a while, it does fucking change, and then get to a stage where it kind of you rot. You know, imagine not rots, but it loses the full potential.
Is
You know,
CBG
I don't know,
the same
if you
as
get to a high
CBD?
potency, then it starts to degrade, as it said, degrade.
CBN, CBG, and CBD are all different terpenes.
Yeah, but the
Not
CBDG,
terpenes,
right?
but cannabinoids, not terpenes, but cannabinoids, sorry.
Everyone's very busy. Things going on. Volunteers are going to come in and out.
Phone calls, boy. Sorry.
Oh, I got a phone call. No, it's all good. I'll probably shut it down in a few minutes, get 2.5 hours.
I'm too fucking high.
Yeah, it's... Yeah,
Brain has stopped working.
you know, as long as the smoke's nice, it's tasty, and you have a fucking, you know, it's got a good effect. You should be happy with that. Definitely do want to get onto that, you know, the high grade, highest possible you can access and grow.
Yeah, Cashbox definitely comes with the indica dominant strains for sure. I don't know what cannabinoid it is that's associated with giving Cow's Block or whether it's a terpene.
Yeah.
Just curious about what the effects of making a sativa's trichomes and obviously what kind of result you would get.
There would be variance, and it'd come down to the individual, I guess, how it affects us.
CBG is a cannabinoid, not a terpene. CBG is a So they all work together. You can't improve, your terpenes without taking away from your cannabinoid. Yeah, it's called, what is it called? State. Your chemo profile. Right? You got your terp profile and your chemo profile. Your chemo profile is your cannabinoids. Right? THC, CBD, CBG, CBD. You can't increase your terps without taking away from your chemo profile, and vice versa. You can't increase your chemo profile without reducing your terpene profile. There's a point where you can get them both to their top that they're going to be, but if you try and pump one, like you can't get one higher without taking some.
What's a chemo profile?
Your chemo profile, chemo profile covers your cannabinoids, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. Where your terp profile covers all your limonene, pinene, fucking all those things. Yeah. Which are volatile little chemicals that fucking separate. So does THC and that, so do cannabinoids.
THC, really?
Yes, Greg, heat and cold, those don't play a big part. That's what it's at the same time. Right. Harry the Monk, I'd love if I was still smoking like homegrown. I'd be loving it if I was still smoking. Yeah, last 10th road even ran it 5 days ago, but I'm smoking the hash from homegrown. A big bag of bloody keef ready to bloody
Fucking earth.
What is it? Laundry powder?
Hey?
Laundry powder?
Cave.
Yeah, just keef. Just all fucking fire.
Good lord.
I'll get the jack in the car and push that into hatch.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It works good.
Put it on a hair iron, a hair straightener.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. I thought about if I took that all down to bloody, sent it down to PTP and got him to press that into resin and come out fucking strong. It'd be like 90%.
If it's nice and greasy, you should get a decent return.
Yeah. Clumps up into hard little balls and it hasn't even been logged without any pressure, just sitting there. Yeah, I wish, Greg. It's only been the last 3 years that I've tried.
That's amazing.
Thank you. I don't mind it at all. I'm glad about it. I'm actually happy with it. I smoked so much less over the last 4 days, mix-wise, like how many times I would chop up compared to if I was just smoking flower. The hash actually is smashing me out.
Alright.
Why are you smoking less?
The hash is smashing me.
Right.
Yeah. I probably make like 4 3-cone mixes in the day. Whereas I used to like probably make, I don't know, 10, 1 gram mixes of flour a day.
Say 10 grams. 10 grams.
10 1 grams.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Decent effort.
Are you on medical, Montes?
No. I've got to go see the pain specialist and stuff so I can get a letter. I've realised why I have to get specialist letters and stuff now. And that's because to get DVA to cover it.
Oh,
And I understand the difference why I would have to go through a couple of more hoops and there and that GP thing to have to. I can still go the same avenue as them in the meantime.
yeah, get into it.
Yeah, because it'll
Oh,
take you
the
3 to 6 months to get into the pain specialist. And they take forever to be able to get in to see one. It's ridiculous. Probably
Do you know
should
how
just
many you need? Do you just need the one?
just need the one. Maybe 2 actually. I don't know. Yeah, one from the specialist and one from the GP.
If you know, the more you have, it would help. But
And I can get one of their GPs to do that. So. As long as I get the pain specialist letter, I think their 2 doctors is enough. The other 2 doctors from the clinic. I'm hoping that it'll be enough. Actually, if it comes down to have to get another GP doctor outside of the cannabis clinic, I can do that because there's one locally near the farm. My mother actually has a cannabis doctor appointment coming up.
that's good though. That's good to hear if your mum's got one coming up, man. She can
I hear you,
get
Greg.
interested.
I hear you, Greg. I definitely almost I love growing it just as much as I do smoking it. Smoking's just smoking is just an awesome payoff from growing an awesome plant. It's a win-win always. Like growing the plant is such fun, right, in itself, and then you get to smoke an awesome product that you grow yourself and watch grow.
It's insane how like to think that whole joy and that whole experience is at risk of prosecution the whole time you're doing it. It's such a great thing to so many humans.
It's so
It's like really
it's so
heaps of
peaceful and
humans,
calming. So peaceful and calming, but yet we're all in fear.
Yeah, it's fucking silly.
I got arrested for possession of a gram
Yeah.
and charged.
Queensland.
When I was 17, it was like less than a gram, and I still got a conviction to my name, and the full went to the adult magistrate.
Mate, I got conviction for a hash pot. Fucking hash pot. That my friend had dropped in my car, and we'd been looking for weeks because it was the lucky pot when we went hunting. Every time we went pig hunting, once we had a little smoke out of this pot, we always, 5 minutes later, managed to get onto a pig. And like we'd lost it 3 months before, and we'd been looking for it everywhere, couldn't find it. Right? Fucking cop found it. Right? And sent me to the magistrate's court. Got me a conviction and a $500 fucking fine. Right? For a fucking hash pot, like a fucking pot. How fucking ridiculous is that? And 18 years old, your first ever offence, like, and they're going to do that to you, like. Right? Where's the incentive to be good after they treat you like that? They're like, you're just like motherfuckers. Right?
It's so unfair.
Yeah.
When I got done with that gram, my parents were on holiday. They had to come back from their fucking holiday.
Oh, that would have been hell.
So
That
2
would've
hours
sucked.
to get back to Melbourne to fucking have them charge me for a gram.
That would have sucked.
First thing I did was go and fucking score another gram.
And did they give you a diversion or what?
They gave me like a warning, I think. A
Yeah.
5-year bond. 5-year bond.
Oh, what? That's hard.
Yeah,
5-year
bullshit.
bond for
And a
one
fine.
grand.
And a fine.
It doesn't make sense.
And a fine.
It's fucked. And you know what? The worst thing, I didn't know my rights. They like, do you mind if I search you? I'm like, I'm shitting myself. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, sure, go ahead. Bang. What's this?
Yeah. And unless you're committing a crime, they've got no right to be searching you. Right.
No right whatsoever. And I'm because I'm young and dumb and didn't know my rights.
Yeah, exactly.
I gave them consent, not knowing the fucking language.
Yeah. Not. Yeah. Fucking shit. Good. Trim jar, yeah. We don't want to mention the trim jar. We'll leave that part out. Like we get to grow the flowers, smoke the flowers. We leave the trim jar part out. It's all fun.
Say again. What's about the trim? I don't get it.
Greg in chat, like how before I was saying, like something that you get to grow the plant, how much fun you have growing it, and then you get to pay off for smoking it. Right? He had a laugh like how we left out. When you got a big harvest, them jars are big fucking carrots. It lasts a long, long time.
Yeah.
61 still on the
Jim Dab can be quite hefty.
The volume's really heavy on that headset there. If you can turn it down. I don't know. Can I turn it down? Yeah. You turn it on. You can hear it breathing.
Yeah, you can turn it down. Edit mic settings on more Android.
I can't turn it down.
Yeah, never mind. I'll turn it down for you.
Oh my god. We got hit with the white pages back in the day. By the police.
Yeah. I used to love doing that back in the day so they didn't leave marks.
It's funny, it's going to be interesting to see how that shit has changed over the few generations because the attitudes have changed towards the green and or in the public's perception. So,
yeah. And if they couldn't get you to charge you enough, like you didn't do bad enough when I was a kid, to be warrant taken back to the station, they used to throw you back in the divvy van and then go flat chat through like caravan parks where they had fucking speed bumps everywhere and they would throw you all through the back. So you'd be bouncing all through the back. Do that for a couple of hours. And then drop you out out about 5-10 k's out of town, so you'd have to walk in.
They did that to you.
Yeah.
Oh. That's so sadistic. Wow.
We used to give them a fair bit of hell though, like fucking.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when the town got a new sergeant, he caught us on his very first day. Like the town hall had burnt down a couple of days before. We had nothing to do with that, but like when it appeared and that, we went in through the barrier and that, we're in there, and we found like a few fire extinguishers on the wall that hadn't exploded or burnt. So we're in there fucking spraying them around, yelling around, going fucking, this is what they should have been doing when the fire happened. Just fucking around. The next minute, the fucking cop turned up. Right. and tried to make a break for it, but one of our mates, he got caught flat-footed, so he was caught and didn't make a break for it, and then pleaded with us to come back to him. And like three dumb cunts, young dumb cunts, we went back and fucking to him because he got caught by the cops. So fucking we'd all go back instead of ditching him. The cop fucking asked us our names. When he heard fucking our names, he's like, "Oh, so this is fucking the famous Sonny DeVito, Marwong." And he'd already been told about us before he got fucking moved to the area. Sure.
Dogs, eh? Pure dogs.
One of my mates, he was in a fair bit, a lot of trouble, but like, I can't blame him. He didn't have the best home situation, realistically.
True.
Yeah. We could do whatever we wanted. Like, there was no parental supervision at all. We used to catch our own food. Like, we used to go fishing to catch our own dinner and food and shit like that. And what do you have to do?
That's good. It's very
It's not good when he had to do that. Like, there was no food in the cupboards and fridge. Like, that's what he had to do. And then the rest of the time he was committing to clothe himself. Like, even he'd have to commit to snow dropping and all that crap.
Wow. Okay, I see what you're saying, but yeah. Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah, the little brother and two sisters as well, like that. And 4 kids in that. Like, the mother was there, but she wasn't there.
That's crazy. Well, I'll probably didn't realize how late it was. I'm gonna shut it down. Fucking thanks for fucking hanging around, everybody. Coming through.
Bro.
Because these tomorrow, I'm going to be doing the Thursday one. Thanks again, Sunshine Bro, coming up and having a little chat. Very decent. Fucking much peace to everybody. You guys can hang
Cheers,
around.
here, bro. Maltese Sunshine.
Fair. What a dog.